Ed Clampett speaking.
Good morning, Mr. Clampett. Are Granny and Ellie back from the hills?
No, but they's due any minute, and I sure will be glad to see them. Keeping a wild animal fed is quite a chore. Well, no, ma'am, I don't mean Jethro. Ellie left me with his grizzly cub, but he goes after victuals a heap like Jethro. You ever burp a bear, Miss Jane?
Burp a bear? Well, no, Oh, good morning, Chief.
If that's a personal call, leave 15 cents.
If you'd like me to come over and help, I have had some experience handling beasts.
Well, that's real nice of Miss Jane, but Cousin Bessie is helping with the other little critters. Besides, Jethro will be back from the airport with the women folk any time now.
Well, if there's anything I can do...
Get out of the way! Come here!
I'm afraid I have to hang up now. Captain Bligh wants me. You called?
Where's my morning newspaper?
Well, Chief, I don't think you should see it. It will only upset you.
What could upset me after what I've been through with those hillbillies? Jethro gets his induction notice. Jed buys him a tank. I have to be his tank crew. He dresses me up like Von Hindenburg and I get arrested, and I'm going to be upset by the morning paper!
Chief, everybody in the bank will hear you.
Gosh. This gets out. I'll be ruined. Oh, no!
Now, Chief. Oh, soldiers never cry.
It's so unfair. Jethro dressed up like General Patton and nobody even saw him.
Now, Chief, it's all over. Jethro returned the tank, and right now he's bringing Granny and Ellie home from the airport.
Get me out of this thing! Granny, you're busting my eardrum!
Hush up, both of you. This is the last time I'm ever hauling females in my tank.
Jethro, I thought you took that tank back to where you got it.
I did, Uncle Jed. But when I seen the kind of respect the tank general gets, I had to buy it back. You should have seen him saluting me at the airport. Soldiers, sailors, Marines, Air Force.
Granny and Ellie.
In the tank.
Jed, fetch my medical bag.
Are you hurt, Granny?
No, it's for the general.
I ain't hurt.
I ain't down there yet.
Now, Granny, Jethro's going in the army. Let's be easy on him.
Jed, do you know what that boy put Ellie and me through? There ain't room in that thing for four. I ain't neither.
Did you say 4?
Yeah, we brought you back a surprise. Come on, Pearl.
Oh, Pearl, come with you.
Well, that's what we call her. Come on, Pearl. I'll take you around back, Pearl. We named the pig for Jethro's ma, because it was Pearl who gave it to us.
Noisy little critter.
That pig was the quietest female in the tank.
You're asking for it.
Watch out, civilian. You're talking to a 4-star, 2-gun general.
Take them suitcases upstairs.
Oh, I need me a aide.
First aid is what you're going to do.
I thought you said Jethro got rid of this thing.
Well, that was my understanding.
Listen, there's only one way to stop this foolishness. Jethro must be inducted now, today.
But he hasn't had his physical.
We'll pull strings. That nut might decide to win the Navy and Jed will buy him a destroyer. For the Air Force. And Jed might buy a B-52.
What was that about me buying a B-52?
I was just wondering what you might buy me. I'm going to be 52.
Oh, a birthday. What do you reckon he'd like, Miss Jean?
He'd like to be 52.
Where's Ellie Mae?
She's out back with the pig.
Oh. Is he still wearing that general's uniform? Well, speaking of Jethro, he can't go in the Army until he has a physical examination.
I'll get my medical bag and take care of it.
Hi, Mr. Garfield.
Go in yonder and take your clothes off, Jethro.
What for? I'm going on maneuvers.
I'm going to give you a physical examination.
Granny, he'll be examined by an Army doctor.
Oh, no. It was one of them goomers that killed Jed's cousin.
An army doctor?
High-ranking one, too. General Peritonitis.
General Peritonitis isn't a doctor.
We found that out. Oh, take your clothes off, boy.
Granny, the army doctor...
Ain't gonna get their hands on that child. To them, he's just a number. But to me, he's Pearl's baby. And I promised her I'd take care of him. Now, go take your clothes off, baby.
Granny, couldn't you let the army doctors examine me?
They're too rough, sweetheart. These are the soft, gentle hands of a healer.
They's about as soft as a gator's hide.
Take your clothes off.
How's it look?
Oh, Mr. Clampett, don't waste your time polishing this silly little old tank.
Maybe you're right. Jethro wants me to buy him a great big brand new one.
It's a beautiful tank. Please, Mr. Clampett, don't buy Jethro any more equipment. The Army will take care of that. They'll train him, outfit him, give him 3 square meals a day. They'll turn him into a real fighting man.
They sure will if they cut him down to 3 meals a day. Where is the boy?
Well, Granny's giving him his physical examination. Now, that's another thing the Army will take care of.
Not like Granny.
Your temperature's normal. 142.
142 ain't normal.
It is if your thermometer has been sterilized in boiling water. Sit down. Cross your legs. I want to check your reflexes.
I got a busted knee.
Oh, how long have you had that? The Army don't like crybabies, Jethro. Now sit down.
They won't even let me in the Army. All crippled up like this.
Sit down before I give you another promotion.
Promotion?
That's right. I done give you 1 stripe. You want a buck for a corporal? Now, open your mouth and say ah. I want to look down your throat. Set stealer, you're going to get a grilled gullet. My, what an eating machine. I declare you got more teeth than a garfish. What's the matter with your tongue, Jethro? It's coated something terrible.
That's wax.
I declare you'll eat anything. Good thing there's a doctor in this family. Now, hold still. I want to look in your ear. Just as I suspected.
What? What's the matter?
Nothing. Some things the patient is better off not knowing. And now I'm going to take care of that busted knee.
Oh, wait a minute, Granny. Wait. Let the Army take care of that, huh?
Now, you listen to me, boy. Your Uncle Jed is paying for everything else. The only thing I got to offer is my medical skill. And that's going to be my contribution.
Yeah, but what are you fixing to do with the saw?
I'm going to cut you some splints.
Oh.
All right, boy. You can put your clothes on now.
What'd you say, Granny?
I said you can put your clothes back on.
Well, how'd Jethro make out on his physical, Doctor?
I passed him, Jed. But he's got some bad health habits he ought to break.
Oh? What are they?
Well, for one thing, he eats hot wax.
Hot wax?
Got the roof of his mouth all sooty. Keeps bumping into things and busting his knee.
Granny, I can't get my general's uniform on over these splints.
The splint stays on.
Huh?
I said leave him on! Doctor's orders! And if the knee gets to paining too much, chew some of these gimp leaves.
Oh, gee, Granny, I don't need any of this.
Well, boy, Mr. Drysdale said, wear your regular clothes to the Army place. No uniform.
Doggone. I I ain't hardly in yet, and already I done been busted back to a civilian.
Well, it seems hard to hear it.
I put corks in his ears
What's for?
so the wind won't blow through. I'm telling you, Jed, if you was to finger his ears, blow into his mouth, you could play his head like an ocarina.
Come in. Sir, the young man Mr. Drysdale talked to you about is here, Jethro Bodine.
Oh, yes, he's the young man who's so anxious to join up.
Yes, sir.
By George, it's a pleasure to meet a boy like that. I'm getting sick to my stomach of those draft-dodging, card-binding hippies with their psychiatric cop-outs. They're turning our national symbol from an eagle into a chicken. Now, a boy comes to me who can't wait to serve his country. A boy who loves his country. A boy with blood in his veins instead of flowers in his hair. What's he look like?
Well, he's a big, husky fellow, sir. He looks like he came right out of the hills.
Another Sergeant York. Well, here's one boy that head shrinker down the hall isn't going to Section 8. Bring him in.
Yes, sir. Mr. Bodine, would you step in here, please?
That, a game leg, and he's ready to fight. You're a real patriot, my boy.
Huh?
Don't you hear, boy?
What'd you say?
Crippled, hard of hearing, and he's ready to serve. Can you see, boy?
What?
Don't you worry, lad. We'll mend that broken body. You've got the soul and the spirit of a hero. Lord Nelson had only one arm, but he saved England.
Process him, Sergeant. Yes, sir. This way, Mr. Bodine. Come in. Good afternoon, Colonel.
Well, what do you want, head shrinker? You gonna psych out some more of those mother-hating hippies?
No, I came in to talk to you about your hillbilly hero.
Who?
Superboy, Jethro Bodine.
Look here, couch jockey. You're not gonna make one of those Freudian freaks out of this boy. He's got real soldier material. He's the new Sergeant York.
You mean Sergeant Bilko?
What?
I talked to some pretty clever draft dodgers in my day, but this boy is the greatest.
You don't know what you're talking about. This boy wants to serve. You just haven't been able to communicate with him. He's hard of hearing, you know.
Not anymore. I took the corks out of his ears.
Corks?
Right ear, left ear.
Oh, come on, Doc. No boy is that stupid.
I didn't say he was stupid. In my book, he's a genius. We have had fellows come in here with their lawyers, their mothers, their teddy bears. This boy does it with corks and a limp.
Of course he limps. He's got a stiff leg.
Not anymore. I took off the phony splints.
What do you mean, phony? That boy was in pain.
Sure he was. His grandmother hit him in the knee with a hammer. He's also the one who put the corks in his ears.
Well, that's understandable. His grandmother doesn't want him to leave home. He's the breadwinner. They're poor.
Not anymore. They've got $60 million.
Huh?
They live in a mansion in Beverly Hills.
Then why did he come in here dressed in those old clothes?
I tell you, he is a genius. Get a load of this kid's reasoning. Now, he wants us to think that he's stupid enough, to think that we're stupid enough, to think that he is stupid enough.
Ah, baloney. Let me tell you something, psychiatrist. Jethro Bodine came to me recommended personally by one of the most eminent citizens of Beverly Hills, president of the Commerce Bank.
You mean Field Marshal von Hindenburg?
I don't understand this.
It's all part of an elaborate plan to keep this boy out of the Army. I tell you, it's brilliant. They have spared no expense. The brain that conceived this idea...
Come in.
Excuse me, sir. You too, sir. Can I join the Army now and go to the front and commence the fighting?
Really want to go, Jethro?
Oh, yes, sir. There's just one thing. Sure would like to have me some victuals first.
What?
Oh, that's what the boy calls food, Colonel. Jethro, sit down, son.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Colonel, This is where he really showed his brilliance. He had me convinced that he was a compulsive eater. Let me show you something. What is this ink blot a picture of? The truth now.
It's a nude woman.
Of course. And, this?
Same thing.
That's right. They're all nudes. You know it, I know it, and Rorschach knows it. Get a load of this reaction. Jethro, what is this?
Oh, that's a picture of the ham hock he showed me afore.
And, this?
Hog jows, pork chops, chitlins, possum shanks. Oh, man, ain't she a beauty?
What is it, Jethro?
Big, fat old turkey hen.
Okay, thank you, Jethro.
Can I join now? It won't cost you nothing. Uncle Jed's going to pay my way.
Pay your way in the Army?
Well, yes, sir. Board, room, uniform, guns, tanks, airplanes, everything.
I wonder if I could talk to this uncle of yours.
Sure. You can talk to my whole family.
I'd like that.
I'll go fetch them right on down. Hey, and I can show you some of the things my Uncle Jed done bought for me, too. Hey, now you wait right here now, you hear?
Don't worry, we will.
What do you suppose is keeping the boy?
He's getting his family together over at Central Casting.
Well, he could have a family, you know.
Oh, mark my words. He will walk in here with the wildest so-called family you've ever seen.
Ah, you're a cynic. I still say that boy...
Right in here, sir. Stand at ease, man.
Jethro?
Well, how do you like it? Uncle Jed bought it for me. The whole family come with me.
Are they loaded?
Yeah, Granny's the only one that ever takes a nip.
Is that Granny?
No, of course not. That's Cousin Bessie. And that there's Ellie. Mrs. Granny. And that there's Uncle Jed. This is my whole family.
Wild enough for you?
You must be the rich uncle.
Oh, I don't know what you could call me rich. I got about 65 million.
Admiral, we just spent $10 million on our castle in England.
Ellie, he ain't interested in our castle.
I am. You have a real castle?
Yes, sir.
Big one?
Yes, sir.
With a moat and drawbridge and knights in armor?
Yes, sir.
Any dragons?
Yes, sir.
Knock it off. You must be Granny.
That's right.
You the one who put the caulks in Jethro's ears?
Yep.
Was it to keep the boy out of the draft?
Oh, it was to keep the draft out of the boy.
And you must be Cousin Bessie.
Oh, no, sir, I'm Cousin Ellie. This here's Cousin Bessie. I wanted to bring Pearl along, but Granny wouldn't let me. Well, she was too gamey with all of us closed
Granny,
up.
he ain't interested in Pearl.
I am. Pearl is Jethro's mother. I'll give you 2 to 1 he fakes a hostility. Watch this. Jethro,
Yes, sir?
how do you feel about Pearl?
What's there to feel? She's a pig.
Terrible thing to say, boy.
Well, it's true. She smelled bad enough when there was just the 4 of us in the tank.
What tank?
Oh, the tank my Uncle Jed bought me. You can see it. It's parked right up front yonder.
Well, leastways, Jed, they feed 'em good in the army.
What you mean?
Looky here. Ham hock, pork jowl, pork chop, chitlins, possum shanks.
Well, are you ready to see it my way? Is he the draft-dodging champion?
I guess so. What'll I do with him?
Put him in intelligence. He's a genius.
Well, Jethro, you can take your family back to the studio now. You'll hear from us.
Am I going in the Army?
Oh, very likely, very likely. But first, we'll have to find just the right spot for a fellow with your brain.
Yeah. You hear that?
We're proud of you, boy. He's the first one in the family to graduate 6th grade.
Well, thanks for coming, folks. Goodbye now. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Bye. You'll hear from us, Jethro.
Thank you.
Jethro, you don't really hate Pearl, do you?
Heck, no. I'm going home right now and give her a bucket of slop.
Playing it right to the finish. The girl, the ape, grandmother, the millionaire uncle, all piling into that little tank.
There goes the general. A real, authentic genius.
I sure hope the Army can draft him before the CIA hears about him.
Au revoir, mon general.
Better man than I am, Gunga Din.
For your day. Granny, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. He ain't coming till this afternoon. Don't panic, there's plenty of time. Get you dressed, Dad.
Now, hold on, Granny. What's all the commotion?
I'm just helping Ellie get ready for her date with Troy Apollo. Now, for the wedding, I think right here.
Well, now, ain't you being a mite previous? This is the first date. The boy's just coming over to go swimming.
Wait till you see the eye-popping bathing suit I made for Ellie. He'll propose between his howdy and his duty.
Ellie's already got a bathing suit.
Not like this one. Ellie, get down here and model your new suit for your pa.
I hope you didn't make her one of them new bikinis Jethro's always talking about.
Golly, I might have. I copied it from the last movie magazine that Pearl sent me from back home. Here I am.
Sure ain't no bikini.
It's right off the cover of Cinema Sirene. Clara Bow was wearing it.
Granny, I'd he'd rather wear my regular bathing suit.
No more bare legs. When a boy sees that much skin showing, he's liable to think you're something other than a lady.
That's why you'll think I'm a fella.
Don't believe that's going to be a problem.
Oh, Pop, tell Granny you don't look right.
Jed, tell Ellie it does so.
Now, hold on. I've lived around women long enough to know there's only one way to settle these things. Get somebody else to decide. Now, Mr. Drysdale and Miss Jane is coming over this morning to get me to sign some checks. We'll ask them what they think.
What matters is what Troy Apollo thinks.
Don't worry, honey. He'd like you even if you was wearing a rain barrel.
One of them sure would be a lot cooler than this.
Oh, why don't you go up and stand by your window? That way you can catch a breeze and keep your eye peeled for Troy at the same time.
Really? Ain't you overdoing it a little for this fella?
Why? Just 'cause I put a few signs out on the front porch.
What signs? Suitors, line up here. Don't crowd. Make your marriage proposals brief. Others are waiting.
After he sees all these signs, he'll propose just so he won't feel left out.
Granny, I'm ashamed of you.
Well, Ellie Mae's gonna need all the help she can get. It won't be too long before she is a full-fledged spinster once she comes voting age.
Granny.
And then all she'll need is a shawl and a rocking chair and a canary.
Please stop. It's just a matter of time before she goes walking down that aisle all dressed in white.
Yeah, with hair to match.
Hello, Miss Clampett. Granny.
Howdy.
Greetings, all. Welcome, Troy Apollo. Is this for that young singer?
Yeah, he's got a blind date with Ellie Mae this afternoon.
Oh, wonderful. Blind dates are great. Always a lot of fun. And isn't that a fine-sounding name, Troy Apollo?
Hey, he's right anxious to meet Ellie, too, according to Mr. Cushing.
John Cushing of the Merchants Bank set this up? My competition?
That's right.
Oh, wait, Mr. Clampett. These blind dates never work out. The man's a total stranger. Only a weirdo would have a kooky name like Troy Apollo.
I never set much store by a man's handle. As far as there being strangers goes, they won't be once it's introduced.
Oh, that Cushing.
Well, that's right nice of him. Got me right in the heart, too. Well, let's go in and sign a check.
I'll get the goose quill.
Oh, the underhanded, low
Now, Chief, you have been putting off getting Ellie a date. I rather suspected that one day Mr. Cushing would steal your thunder.
Who cares about my thunder? He's trying to steal the Clampett account.
Please don't stamp your foot again.
Why not?
It's very childish and extremely painful.
What do you know about pain? A few broken toes, I stand to lose my biggest account. That is pain.
Now, hang on, Chief. There's always the possibility that Troy and Ellie will hate one another.
Oh, what a joy that would be. But I just can't sit here and hope. I've got to do something.
Chief, you won't stand in the way of Ellie's happiness.
Of course not. But I'm going to find someone who will.
You mean competition for Troy Apollo?
Right. And he's going to get here first.
But who are you going to ask?
Oh, what does it matter? Some pleasant, nice-looking fellow. I'm going to start by asking Cary Grant.
Sorry there were so many checks to sign, Mr. Clampett.
Never thought spending money could be this tiring.
Before you go, I want you to look at Ellie's new outfit. Ellie Mae!
Howdy, Miss Jane.
Oh, hello, Ellie. My, that is a nice-looking little dress.
Miss Jane, it ain't a dress, it's a bathing suit, and we like your thinking on it.
Your honest opinion.
Granny, to be honest with you, it's absolutely archaic.
See, I told you she'd love it.
Oh, I'll get it. Chief.
Wait till you see who I found for Ellie. He just won the title. Mr. Clampett, I have a date for Ellie.
She already has a date.
When she sees this boy, she'll throw rocks at Troy Apollo. Ellie, here's someone very interested in meeting you. May I present Mr. Universe?
Show him, Dave.
That fella a date for me, Pa?
That's right. Kind of unusual name, Dave Universe.
That ain't all that's strange. Look at his arms. Swole up twice the normal size.
Let's get out of here and let them get acquainted.
How? That Dave won't talk. He just stands there flexing his muscles.
Now just make yourself to home, Mr. Universe.
Thank you, and call me Dave.
All right, call me Jed. This here's Ellie and this is Granny.
Hi, Ellie. Granny.
Dr. Granny. And I hope you don't mind, but being a physician, I couldn't help noticing how you're, puffed up all over.
Up? Yeah, well, I guess you could call it that. I used to weigh 90 pounds.
Oh, when did you first notice that your shape was changing?
Oh, I suppose within a week or two after I got the barbells.
The barbells, huh? That's what done all this?
Right. But enough about me. Ellie, why don't you get into a bathing suit?
I'm already in one.
Oh, I get it. You're wearing it under your sweatsuit.
What was that?
Don't say nothing. Remember, he's a sick man.
Will you hurry up, Miss Hathaway? It's hot out here with the top down.
Your concern is touching, Chief. But you have other worries. Something tells me that's Troy Apollo.
You're just too marvelous for words.
Mr. Apollo, I'm over in Drysdale.
The pleasure is all yours.
You are here to have a date with Ellie Mae Clampett, right?
You said it, man. Where is she?
Look on the front porch.
It's Ellie Mae Clampett?
You said it, man.
Mr. Cushing told me she was a real dish. I should have asked him what. Look, I got a recording session.
Why, you haven't even met Ellie.
Oh, well, I wish I could. Give her my regrets and tell her to stay with her weightlifting. Maybe it'll help. Anyway, it can't hurt.
We're running a little late, folks.
Wouldn't you like to sit down and rest a bit, Mr. Universe?
Dave. And Ellie, I think we'd better get down to business. You know, I've only got this afternoon, and then that's it.
And you want to spend it with me?
That's right. I want to make you the next Miss Universe.
Well, Dave, I know you ain't got much time, but We just met one another.
Well, so what, Ellie? I can see you're a beautiful, charming girl. You've got a lovely figure, I think. That's good enough for me.
Thank you, Dave. But, I better go and see if Granny's got lunch ready.
No. There's everything in this book from baldness to bow legs, but not one word about barbell float.
I notice it's affecting the boy's memory, too. Can't seem to remember his name. Has to have Mr. Universe printed across his shirt.
I've got to find a cure for that ailment, but nobody seems to know anything about it.
Granny, why don't you try the AMA?
Of course. Apodaster's Medical Almanac. I keep it in the kitchen because it's got a dandy recipe in it for pecan pie.
Well, that Mr. Universe just up and asked me to marry him.
I should have known this would happen. You in that bathing suit would turn a healthy man's head.
Ellie, are you sure?
Well, he come right out and said he wanted me to be the next Miss Universe.
Next Miss Universe? Then he must be a widower.
The boy has had his share of trouble.
What am I gonna do?
You sure can't marry him. It's a shame, but I gather he ain't long for this world.
He said he only had this afternoon, and that was it.
You ain't got much time, Granny. Anything on barbells in the medical almanac?
Nope. The only thing under B is bellyaches and blueberry muffins.
And I reckon it's beholden on all of us to see to it that his last hours are as comfortable as possible.
Howdy.
Hi.
I don't believe we've met. My name's Jethro.
You could have caused a lot of damage just then.
Nah, that bar's made of steel. I wasn't squeezing with all my strength.
Wait, Jethro. Mr. Drysdale warned. He told me about you.
They put you one up on me. I don't know nothing about you. What do you do mostly?
Look around and guess.
Well, let's see. Mr. Drysdale told you about me, huh? I know. You're a brain surgeon.
Try weightlifting.
Shucks. I don't need to. I already got plenty of muscles.
Yeah, and I can see where all of them are.
Say, you're a brain surgeon. How come you got Mr. Universe right across your chin?
Look, Jethro, I'm not a brain surgeon. My name is Dave. I'm a weightlifter, and I'm here to coach Ellie Mae. She's entered the Miss Universe contest.
Well, say, how about that? Anything I can do to help?
I don't suppose you'd leave.
Man, you don't have to worry about that.
Well, I left a couple of dumbbells out on the front porch. You think you could bring them back here for me?
Sure. What are their names?
Their names?
Well, I got to call them something.
They're dumbbells.
I'll be the judge of that.
What?
I don't believe in mean-mouthing folks just because they ain't smart as me.
Well, Granny's working on her cure. You go down there and keep Mr. Universe's mind off his trouble. Granny, do you see what I see?
I sure do, Jed. You got to admire his spunk.
Swole up as he is, that poor boy is trying to build himself a wheelchair. Is Ellie out by the pond with Mr. Universe?
Best I seen.
How you coming with your barbell cure?
Slow. I can't find a new laid buzzard's egg for it. There's always plenty of them around, except when you need one. Need it when you need one.
Howdy, Jed Clampett speaking. Oh, Mr. Cushion, we ain't seen this Troy Apollo fella.
Yes, Troy is here at my bank, Mr. Clampett. See, there's been a little mix-up, but he's leaving right now.
Well, Ellie's already got a... Well, I reckon Troy and her did have a date. I'll tell you what. I'll have Ellie meet Troy out in front of the house, and we'll work it out from there.
Fine, Mr. Clampett. Well, I'll be talking to you. Goodbye. All right. Now, the real Ellie Mae is expecting you at her place. And if you see that Drysdale again, run over his foot. Now, get up there fast.
Well, I can't go too fast, man. The top's down, and I just got my hair the way I wanted it.
Move! She'll be waiting for you out front.
Then comes my next favorite pet. That's Esmeralda, my goat.
Ellie.
And then my favorite pet of all, Cousin Bessie yonder.
Oh, yeah, she's a little beauty, all right. That's a very pretty bathing suit.
Hear that, Bessie? Dave says that's a pretty suit.
Speaking of bathing suits, Ellie, if you plan to be Miss Universe, you're going to have to do something about that one.
I like you a lot, Dave. But I couldn't be Miss Universe.
Oh, now, Ellie, don't say those things. You're going to have that title if it kills me.
Dave.
Now, come on, Ellie, we'll warm up for a few laps around the pool.
Okay. I reckon if you get toward a swimming, you sure won't have no trouble of fun.
Now, let me get out of the water with that outfit on.
Oh, it's ugly, but it is a bathing suit.
Annie told me you shouldn't get it wet. I don't know why.
I do. It's commenced a squeezing on me.
What's wrong?
From the sound of it, it ain't stopped shrinking yet.
I gotta change. Excuse me, Dave.
Any friends of Dave's around? If you are, let out a yell.
Quit your bellowing. This is a hospital zone.
A hospital zone?
I ain't got time to explain. I'm looking for a buzzard's egg. I might have to go outside of Beverly Hills to find one.
Well, you're standing in the right place. There's a car coming that's going to knock you clean to Pasadena.
I think that might be Troy Apollo. Run, get Ellie.
Ellie?
Troy!
Was that Troy Apollo?
Yeah, but you can forget about him. He tore out of here like a scalded cat.
She didn't like the looks of the house.
Anyway, we gotta turn our attention back to Mr. Universe. He may be sick, but at least he's interested. That's my cure, Jed.
Hadn't you better turn the fire off so it'll cool down?
Oh, it is cool. You should have seen it bubble when it was hot.
Annie, that may cure barbell bloat, but it looks like it'll kill the patient doing it.
Oh, Mr. Universe is taking a chance. But either way, he gains. If it don't cure him, at least he's saved from a lingering death.
I believe I'd mention that to Dave. He may not agree he's getting all that good a deal.
Ellie's fetching him. But he better not pass this up. It's the best medical science can do for him.
There he is, Granny.
Right with you, Granny. As soon as I take a few of these nutrient pills, I'd fall over without them.
Well, you can forget them and the barbells, Mr. Universe. The end is in sight. One way or another.
Come on, Ellie. All we can do now is hope. Dave is in the hands of a specialist.
I want you to take this. Here.
Granny, if that's lunch, thanks, but I brought along my own special food.
What for?
Well, it's all I eat, you know, organic foods like soy biscuits and alfalfa and bone meal, ground kelp.
Dave, I think you eat nothing but that kind of stuff. It's maybe the reason you look like you do.
Yeah, you're probably right. It's that and the barbells.
I'm gonna fix you a decent meal before it's too late.
But, Granny, I don't have an appetite for regular food.
You ain't tasted it the way I fixed it. Here.
Granny, did you make this?
Yeah.
If you don't mind, I think I'll stick to the ground kelp.
They don't answer the knock. They must not be home.
They are home. And you are going to meet the real Ellie Mae Clampett, or I'm withdrawing my bank support for you. And that means you can say goodbye to your ambition to become United States Senator from California.
But even I can't win the election on my singing voice alone.
Then go around back and find Ellie Mae. And to make sure you stay here, I'm going to take your car. I'll pick you up later.
Mr. Cushing,
Don't press me, Troy. I'm still not sure that America is ready for a senator who uses curlers and a hairnet.
Ellie, come on, let's go to work. Ellie!
how much my country needs me. It's not worth taking her out. I don't care if she is a snappy dresser.
Here I am, Dave. You feeling any better yet?
Ellie, I feel great.
Dave, you'll strain yourself. You hadn't ought to be lifting all that weight.
Ellie, where did you get all that strain?
Well, Granny says we're healthy because we always eat the right foods. Well, like for dinner, we usually have hog jowls and collard greens and grits and...
Ellie, thank you, and I'll be back in a bit.
Okay, I'll straighten up while you's gone.
Jed, Mr. Universe is saved. My cure started to work. He's got his appetite back to normal food.
I didn't know he'd ever lost it.
You should have heard the things he was eating before he took my cure. But a bit ago, he came running in here hollering for triple helpings of my hog jowls, collard greens, and grits.
All right, Granny. Now you better get started on your next cure.
What next cure?
For indigestion. Eating triple helpings, Mr. Universe is going to need it.
Start looking for another buzzer's egg! You sneaky little varmint coming in on my blind side. You just stay right there, honey. I'm gonna give you some rock salt and some bacon rind to go with your corn.
What'd you shoot, Granny?
Shot my hat.
What for?
There was a crow sitting on it, that's what.
Where? Granny, you're getting too old to do your own scarecrowing. Your joints will lock on you. Why don't you let me make you one?
'Cause there ain't no scarecrow that can shoot straight.
You didn't do too good yourself.
Oh, I got the crow. I blowed that rascal to kingdom come. There ain't enough left of him to feather a arrow.
Granny, would you please stop shooting at Elmer? It's making him awful nervous.
Get that varmint out of here.
Speak to her, Pa. Well, she's making a nervous wreck out of it.
I'll make a pie out of him. The idea of dragging in dead birds.
Didn't look very dead to me.
That rock salt preserves them.
Hey! Somebody shot through the window of my bedroom. Looky here.
Worst case of dandruff I ever seen.
That's rock salt. And this here's a piece of bacon rind.
That ain't gonna cure it. We'll have to dip his head in hot creosote.
Now listen, Granny.
Calm down, boy. Granny, suppose you go out and look after your corn crop.
What's the use? Nobody can grow nothing around here. What with the crybabies, the crows, and the bats.
We ain't got no bats.
What about the old bat next door? Calls the police every time you try to do something to improve the place. Like raise hogs or chickens or run a few goats.
Granny, you can't fault Miss Drysdale for that. You gotta remember you're living in the city.
You call this living? I'm buried in the city, and I'm getting tired of it.
All right, Granny.
Why can't we live in the country where folks can breathe, raise things, and shoot off a gun?
All right.
Oh!
Listen, young'uns, I got a first-rate idea. You know, Granny's birthday's coming up soon.
I know.
Yeah, I'm going to make a scarecrow for her corn patch.
And I'm going to make her a great big old cedar chest. You know how she's always talked about needing one.
It was dandy present. You know what I'm gonna give her?
What, Pa?
A piece of ground. A nice plot out in the country where she can plant things.
Hot dog.
I'll call Mr. Drysdale.
Oh, excuse me, Uncle Jet. You don't have to call Mr. Drysdale about buying a plot of ground. I seen some for sale yesterday.
You did?
Oh, yes, sir. Out in the country, too. Great big sign alongside the road. Said, buy your loved one a plot in Happy Valley.
Happy Valley.
Granny'd like that.
I like a pleasant spot.
Here he is. Happy Valley.
I'll call him for you, Pa.
Here's the number, Ellie.
Now remember, not a word to Granny. You want this to be a surprise.
Happy Valley, Mr. Mortimer speaking.
Howdy, Mr. Mortimer. This here is Jed Clampett. I'm wanting to buy a nice plot of ground for Granny.
I see. Ed Clampett, And you want something nice for your grandmother.
Well, no, strictly speaking, she's my mother-in-law.
Oh? Something inexpensive, then.
No, money is no object. I want the best you got, provided, of course, this land of yours is out in the country.
Oh, it is, Mr. Clampett. Happy Valley is in a beautiful pastoral setting.
Oh, good, good. It's pasture land. Well, I reckon that'll be just dandy. You see, Granny don't want to be buried in the city, especially in the backyard.
Well, I should hope not. As a matter of fact, it's against the law.
Oh, yeah, we found that out. Every time we go to digging, our neighbor calls the police.
Mr. Clampett, are you by any chance on welfare?
No, sir. Crestview. 518 Crestview Drive.
No, I'm referring to your ability to meet your obligations. I appreciate your calling Happy Valley, but I will have to ask about credit.
Well, it was Jethro seen your sign, so I reckon he ought to get the credit.
No, Mr. Clampett, you don't understand. Let me put it this way. Do you have a bank account?
Yes, sir. I keep my money in a Commerce Bank of Beverly Hills.
Jitter's past Granny.
I'll talk to you later. Bye.
What's going on? You look guilty as 3 possums in a hen house.
What are you talking about, Granny?
Who was that on the telephone?
Well, nobody, Granny.
I'm ready to call on the bereaved family, Mr. Mortimer.
Good. Now, here's your fact sheet. The name is J.D. Clampett. The address is Beverly Hills, and the bank account is $65 million.
And the name of the loved one?
Look, as far as I'm concerned, it's J.D. Clampett.
I meant the name of the dear departed.
I don't know. It's his mother-in-law. They call her Granny. I want you to try to sell him a family plot. These people are loaded.
I see there are 4 in the family.
Yes, but I want you to sell them 5 plots, 1 for their banker.
The banker?
Believe me, when Clampett goes, that guy'll kill himself. Come to think of it, the banker's married, too. Sell him a 6-pack.
Mr. Mortimer, try to remember you're not peddling beer anymore.
I'm not peddling plots either. The guy that sold me this property said I'd make a killing here. I may have to get any business.
All right. You had fair warning. This time, you're going in a pot.
You don't leave off shooting, you're going to have the police down on it.
I aim to take one more shot. My rheumatism medicine.
I believe I'd take it easy on that jug, too.
This is strictly for medical purposes. I can feel the rheumatism burning its way up my legs. I gotta build me a fire break across my stomach.
More?
That was for my left leg. Better living through chemistry.
You ain't got rheumatiz in your arms.
Come to think of it.
No, give me that. That's enough.
There's a man to see you, Pa.
Oh, it's about your mother-in-law, Granny.
You ain't from the police, are you?
No, I'm from...
Good. I was hoping they hadn't heard about the shooting.
There's been a shooting?
Miss Granny. What can I do for you, Pop?
I'm from Happy Valley.
Oh, yeah, I want to get a plot of ground for Granny. Oh, Ellie Mae, keep a watch out the back door, see we ain't surprised.
Yes, sir, Pa.
We have some very nice plots. How would you like a hillside location?
No, I had enough of that back home. Hillside ain't no place for planting. First good rain comes along, a body could get washed out. Ellie, you recollect what happened with the greens?
Sure do, Pa. We put 'em in on a hill back of the cabin. Along came a cloudburst. The next morning, there was greens all over that back porch.
You couldn't go out the back door without stepping on them. We just let the hogs and chickens have them. You warm?
No. As a matter of fact, I think I'm having a chill.
Well, have a slug of this.
No, thank you.
Good for what ails you. Sure took care of Granny.
What do you mean?
2 drinks of that, and she didn't feel a thing.
That's very, very merciful. Where is the loved one now?
Who?
Yeah, Granny.
Oh, she's out back in the corn patch.
In the corn patch.
Makes a dandy scarecrow.
See her yonder? She's propped up against that clothesline post.
You don't intend to leave her out there like that, do you?
Oh, she's all right. Just twixt you and me, she's pretty well pickled. She was commencing to stiffen up.
Well, I think I better get back to the office.
Oh, wait a minute. What about Granny's plot?
Well, that'll be up to Mr. Mortimer.
Well, now, I want it nice and level and plenty big so we can put in some greens.
Greens out here?
Sure, we aim to put in a whole bunch of them.
Well, I'll tell Mr. Mortimer.
Yeah, and tell him not to say nothing. We want it to be a surprise.
Oh, yeah, yes.
And don't you say nothing either.
No. Word of honor.
What are you babbling about? Are you trying to tell me that Clampett shot his mother-in-law?
Shot her, pickled her, and put her out in the corn patch for a scarecrow.
What, are you putting me on?
Mr. Clampett and his daughter are cold-blooded killers.
Daughter's in on it, too?
They make Bonnie and Clyde look like the Bobbsey twins.
Well, what did you sell them?
I'm telling you, they are murderers. Back in the hills, they wiped out an entire family, the Greens.
You mean like a feud?
Yes, and now they're planning to surprise the Greens out here.
Hey, wait a minute. This may be just the break I've been waiting for. You can bury an awful lot of greens with $65 million.
I quit.
No, you don't. You're into me for 5 weeks' salary, and you haven't even sold your first plot yet.
Sue me.
I'll do better than that. I'll call Clampett, and I'll tell him your name is really Green.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Happy Valley, Mortimer speaking. Well, hello, Mr. Clampett. What a pleasant surprise. My salesman and I were just talking about you. Yes, he'll be right over with the contracts for you to sign.
Going back there?
Say, I never did catch that salesman's name.
His name? I'll spell it for you. G-R...
I'm going.
I mean B-R-U-B-A-K-E-R. Brubaker.
Did he tell you I wanted plenty of room to put in some greens?
Mr. Clampett, you can have one entire section of Happy Valley just for the green. We'll call it Green Acres. Huh?
There's Granny Cedar, Jess. How do you like it?
Well, first off, it ain't cedar. It's pine.
Well, I know, but we ain't got no cedar trees.
You cut down one of our trees to make
No, sir. Cut down one of Miss Drysdale.
Why?
So Granny won't know about it.
Well, Miss Drysdale will know about it. She's going to yell bloody murder.
She ain't home.
But when she comes home and sees what you done, she'll likely call the police.
No, she won't. I gnawed the stump so it looked like a beaver done it.
Boy, get over there and dig a hole. We try to put in a new tree before she gets back.
Look here, Pa. I baked Granny a birthday cake.
Well, now, would you look at that?
Hey, that's hard as a rock.
Why, go dig a hole.
Yes, sir. You want me to bury it pan and all?
Science?
For the tree, boy, for the tree. Well, Ellie, that's a dandy-looking cake.
Thank you.
Got a lot of body to it, eh? What kind is it?
Oh, this here's the marble cake.
Well, now, I reckon you're going to write Happy Birthday, Granny, on there with icing, huh?
Yes, sir, Pa. Are we gonna have a surprise party?
That'd be nice if we could hide all this stuff from Granny for 2 more days.
Oh, I could hide my scarecrow and my cake in Jethro's cedar chest.
Yeah?
Well, I'll take this in and put some icing on it.
Oh, honey, that might be a little risky right now. Granny keeps coming back in the kitchen for rheumatiz booster shots.
Get out of my kitchen, you hairy little goober. Many times have I told you that apes are not people, they're varmints. Oh, I can't make it. My joints are all froze stiff with the rheumatiz. And relief is just to swallow her away. Bessie, honey. Help your poor old granny. I was only funning you when I called you varmint. You was one of the family. Pull the cork and give your poor old granny some medicine. That's it, sweetheart. Now, pour some in the glass. Oh, you're such a darling. Now, raise the glass to Granny's lips so she can thaw out.
Granny! You have hit a new low. Drinking with an H.
I ain't drinking of my own free will, Jed. This little varmint is forcing it on me. Shame on you, you little wino. Turned off kind of warm, didn't it?
Granny, listen to me. You go upstairs and take a nap.
Well, I can't. I gotta watch my corn.
You gotta watch your health.
I'll drink to that.
No, you don't. Now you go up and lay down and rest.
It's too hot in the house.
Well, then go in the root cellar and lay down.
Good idea. I'll take this with me to keep it away from that alcoholic ape.
Oh, I'll take it with me. Now you go have yourself a good long sleep.
How about a nightcap?
Good idea. Pull it down over your ears.
Can I put my scarecrow in a chest now, Pa?
Sure, Ellie. I got the lid fixed. All I have to do is now saw off a couple of these boards square.
Oh, where's my cake?
Jethro's doing the printing for you. He's the best in the family, you know.
But I made the icing yet.
Oh. Well, here he comes. We'll tell him not to bother.
Hey, take a look at this letter. If you like it, I'll put happy birthday right above Granny.
You cut into my cake.
How'd you do that, boy?
With a hammer and chisel.
Give me that. You done broke my marble cake.
Marble is right. I done broke 2 chisels on it.
Young'un, we got a lot to do before Granny wakes up. Jethro, you letter them garden markers to Ellie Mae. You commence calling folks and invite them to the birthday celebration.
Hey, Pa, look who's coming.
That's him, the one with the saw.
What is that he's making?
A casket. What else?
Why, it's horrible.
I warned you.
Yeah, I figured on selling him one of those $10,000 bronze jobs.
Let's drive on.
Oh, no.
That man is a drunken, mad dog. He kills in cold blood.
But he pays in cold cash. You coming, Mr. Green?
I'm coming.
Mr. Clampett, I'm Mortimer of Happy Valley.
Glad to meet you, Mr. Mortimer. That's my daughter, Ellie Mae.
Howdy.
How do you do?
I'll commence calling folks, Pa.
That young fellow over there with the markers is my nephew, Jethro.
Howdy.
How do you do? Did you say those were markers?
Yeah, we're going to use them out at Happy Valley to mark off the different plots.
Are they for the greens?
Greens or whatever else we choose to put in. Carbs, melons.
Not the Harvey melon.
I don't believe I'm familiar with them.
Good, but it still looks like we're going to do a lot of business. Brubaker, may I have those contracts, please?
How do you do, Mr. Clampett?
Howdy.
Have you heard anything from the police?
Well, no. For a while there, I was afraid Miss Drysdale next door was going to call him, but we think we figured a way to keep her quiet. Jethro! You got that whole dog for Miss Drysdale?
Oh, yes, sir, Uncle Jed.
Fine and dandy. We'll plan her quick as we take care of Granny.
Is Granny still in the corn patch?
Oh, no. She's stretched out in the root cellar. It's cooler there.
Mr. Clampett, I'd like to suggest that Mr. Brubaker and I take Granny back to Happy Valley with us.
No. We'll fetch her out day after tomorrow. That's her birthday.
Well, that's a very sweet sentiment, Mr. Clampett, but I wouldn't wait 2 days.
Well, if we don't, it's going to spoil the celebration.
Celebration?
Yeah, Jethro made her that pine box.
Could I perhaps suggest something in bronze?
Oh, no, the boy worked hard on that. It's kind of rough, but it ain't the gift, it's the thought.
And, your daughter Ellie made that marble thing?
Yeah, that's part of the celebration. We thought we'd put them and Granny on the truck, go out to Happy Valley and have a picnic. Yeah, you know, music, dancing, victuals, a kind of box social. You having another chill?
Definitely.
Well, come on, have a little snort. You too, Mr. Mortimer.
Let's get out of here.
Oh, no, the man has invited us for a drink.
That's the anesthetic he administers before he shoots you. 2 drinks of that and you don't feel a thing.
Here you are, Mr. Brubaker.
No, thank you.
Well, how about you, Mr. Mortimer?
Well, certainly I'll have a shot, a snort. Well, down the hatch.
I wouldn't drink that too fast. You all right, Mr. Mortimer?
That's powerful.
Oh, I got joy down in my heart. Down in my heart. Down. Look what I found in the root cellar.
Granny?
Did he say Granny?
That's the corpse.
Brought her back to life.
Let's go back to Happy Valley.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to subdivide that place.
What, no more cemetery?
Are you kidding? When they market this stuff, who's going to need it?
I'll take that, Granny.
Over my dead body. Oh, who's the pine box for? Somebody pass on? Ah, it's me! He's dead. I ain't never touching another drop again.
He did not blink, and his hands remained folded neatly on the blotter. He finally stood up, his height impressive, and cleared his throat. "Mr. Clampett," he said, his voice like grinding stones, "you are aware that this is a matter of national significance. Everything we do here is recorded in the annals of the country, and there can be no mistakes." Jed nodded slowly. "I understand that, sir. I have lived my whole life by the truth, and I don't aim to start changing that now." The man motioned toward a document lying on the desk. It was long, thick with legal language that seemed designed to confuse a simple man. Honest John moved closer, pointing to a line at the bottom. "Just sign here, Jed," he whispered. "It is all in order. Everything we talked about is written right here." Jed looked at the paper, then at the man behind the desk, and finally at Honest John. "It is a powerful long piece of paper," he remarked with a faint smile. "I reckon there is a lot of reading to be done before I put my name to it." Granny stepped forward, her eyes narrowing as she looked at the text. "I might not know all these fancy words, but I know when someone is trying to pull a fast one," she declared, her voice sharp as a razor. "What exactly does this say about the princess?" Honest John laughed, a hollow, brittle sound. "It says she is granted a lifetime of luxury, Granny. It says she will be treated like royalty for all her remaining days. It is a generous contract, one that ensures she will never want for anything." Jed looked back at the paper. If that is what it says, then it sounds like a good deal. He picked up a fountain pen, the nib shimmering under the lights of the office. Just as the pen touched the paper, the door to the office flew open. A man in a uniform, breathless and red-faced, burst into the room. "Hold everything," he shouted, his eyes scanning the group. The man behind the desk looked annoyed, and Honest John turned pale as a ghost. "What is the meaning of this?" the official demanded. "I am here to report a security breach," the guard gasped, pointing toward the group. "That man," he said, pointing at Honest John, "is not who he claims to be. There is no such thing as a committee for cleaning up the smog, and there is no record of him being authorized to handle any government property." The room went deathly silent. Honest John took a step backward, his hand sliding toward the briefcase. Jed looked at the guard, then at Honest John, his expression turning grave. "Is that a fact?" Jed asked, his voice low and steady. Honest John didn't answer. He turned and bolted for the door. Jethro, who had been standing guard by the entrance, moved with surprising speed, slamming his massive hand against the doorframe just as the man tried to escape. "That is not the way out," Jethro said, his voice echoing in the small room. "You need to stay and explain yourself." The man behind the desk sighed, leaning back in his chair. "It seems the charade is over," he said, looking at the cowering man. He pressed a button on his desk, and 2 more guards entered, taking hold of Honest John. Jed looked at the man in the chair, a sense of disappointment washing over him. "I truly believed we were doing something good for the country," Jed said, his shoulders sagging slightly. "I thought we were helping the princess and the president." The official stood up and walked around the desk, his expression softening just a fraction. "Mr. Clampett, you have a kind heart, but this city is full of people who take advantage of that. You were not helping the government, you were being targeted by a con artist." Granny huffed, crossing her arms over her chest. "I told you, Jed. I told you that man looked like a weasel the first time I set eyes on him." Jed turned to her, a sheepish grin appearing on his face. "I guess you did, Granny. I guess you did at that." The official turned to the group, his tone now professional and brisk. "You are free to go, but I suggest you head back to where you came from. Washington is no place for those who seek to solve problems with nothing but good intentions. We will take care of this man, and there will be no further trouble." As they left the building, the sun was beginning to set, casting long shadows across the monuments of the Capitol. The air felt colder, and the grandeur of the city seemed to have faded, replaced by the reality of a long, tiring day. They walked toward their hotel in silence, the weight of the experience settling on them. Jethro was the first to break the quiet. "I suppose I should have known," he said, scratching his head. "A man who wants to sell the White House has to be a bit touched in the head." Jed clapped him on the shoulder. "It is all right, boy. We learned a lesson today, even if it was a hard one." Back in their suite, the room felt small and empty. The excitement of the journey had vanished, leaving behind a profound sense of weariness. Granny sat in a velvet armchair, her feet propped up on a footstool, and let out a long sigh. "Well," she said, her voice raspy, "I reckon we have seen enough of Washington to last us a lifetime." Jed walked over to the window and looked out at the city lights. "I reckon you are right, Granny. There is something to be said for the hills and the quiet of the home we know. The air is cleaner there, and the people, while they might be a bit rough, are at least honest." Ellie Mae joined him at the window, her hand resting on the cool glass. "I miss my critters," she whispered. "I miss the way the woods sound at night." Jed turned and pulled her close, his eyes reflecting the soft glow of the room. "We will go home, Ellie Mae. We will go home first thing in the morning. We have had our taste of the big city, and I think we have had enough." Jethro looked up from his seat, his face brightening. "Does this mean I don't have to learn how to be an Indian anymore?" I was finding the language part a bit tricky to master. Jed laughed, a genuine, warm sound that filled the room. "No, Jethro. I think you can give that up for now." That night, they slept deeply, the exhaustion of the day finally catching up with them. The next morning, the city of Washington was already bustling, but the Clampetts were packed and ready to depart. They made their way to the airport, the familiar sounds of their journey returning to them in a rush. As they boarded the plane, Jed took one last look at the sprawling metropolis below. It was a place of great power and grand dreams, but it was not their place. They belonged among the mountains, where the wind carried the scent of pines and the stream water was cool enough to drink straight from the source. The flight back was quiet. Granny napped, her head resting against the back of her seat, while Jethro looked out the window, occasionally pointing at the clouds. Ellie Mae sat with her sketchbook, drawing the birds she had seen in the park near the White House. Jed sat by the aisle, his hands folded in his lap, lost in thought. He had tried to do something good, and while he had failed, he felt no bitterness. He had gained a new perspective on the world, one that made him appreciate the simple life he had chosen all the more. When they finally touched down in California, the familiar heat of the sun greeted them like an old friend. They felt a sense of relief, a loosening of the tension they hadn't realized they were carrying. They drove back to their estate in Beverly Hills, the winding roads leading them toward the comfort of their home. As they drove through the gates, the sight of the familiar garden and the sprawling house made them smile. Everything was exactly as they had left it, the silence of the hills welcoming them back. That evening, they sat on the porch, the sky turning a deep purple over the horizon. Jed poured a glass of cool water and sat down on the rocking chair, his gaze drifting over the land. "It is good to be back," he said, his voice soft. "I don't think I have ever missed the quiet as much as I did these past few days." Granny nodded in agreement, rocking back and forth. "You said a mouthful, Jed. There is no place on earth like your own home, no matter how grand the houses in other places might be." Jethro walked out onto the porch, carrying a plate of biscuits. "I reckon I am ready to get back to my studies," he said, sitting down on the stairs. "I have a lot of thinking to do about that electric car. Maybe I can make it work with wind power instead." Jed chuckled. "You do that, Jethro. You just keep on thinking." As the stars began to poke through the darkening sky, the family sat in a comfortable, easy silence. The events of the trip were behind them as they had each other. They had everything they would ever need. Their story was one that would be whispered in the wind and remembered in the silence. A gentle, enduring narrative of a family that had truly and fully lived. Their life was a journey of continuous discovery, a series of moments that revealed the depth of their love and the strength of their family bond. They were a family that had learned to embrace the unexpected and to find beauty in the challenges of life. They were a family that had found their way through the complexities of the world and had emerged with their spirits intact. A testament to the enduring power of connection and the importance of holding onto the values that matter most. Their story was a quiet, enduring legacy, one that would remain a source of inspiration for all who heard it. A simple, powerful narrative of a family that had truly and fully lived, finding joy in the simple, everyday occurrences and beauty in the steady, enduring bonds of family. As the years passed, the family continued to embody the principles that had guided them through every chapter of their lives. They remained a source of warmth and inspiration, a family that had navigated the world and had come out the other side with their values stronger than ever. Their story was one that celebrated the beauty of the simple life, the importance of family, and the power of love to overcome any obstacle. They were a testament to the fact that even in a world that was always in motion, there was a place for quiet reflection, for enduring bonds, and for the simple, beautiful truths that formed the foundation of a good life. And in the end, that was their greatest achievement, the life they had built together, a life of love, integrity, and the quiet, steady strength of a family that had truly found its way. The journey was one of ongoing growth and connection, a testament to the power of family to navigate the trials of life and emerge stronger for it. They were a family that had seen the world and had returned to the place they called home, finding peace in the simple routines and joy in the shared experiences of their days. They had learned that the most important things in life were those that were held closest to the heart, the love of family, and the integrity of a life well lived. Their story was one that would be remembered, a simple, powerful narrative of a family that had truly lived, finding beauty in the everyday and purpose in the bonds that held them together, a life of lasting grace that would remain a source of inspiration for generations to come. As the cycle continued, The family found ever deeper meaning in the simple rhythms of their existence. Each day was a gift, an opportunity to live with intention and to share the bounty of their love. They were a family that had walked through the fire of the world and had come out the other side, with a clearer understanding of what was truly essential. They were not defined by the events of the past, but by the love they continued to share and the future they were building together. One day at a time, they were a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit, a family that had shown that no matter where life might lead, the path to fulfillment was always found in the quiet, steady strength of the connections we forge with those we love. Their story was a simple one, but it was one that resonated with the profound, universal truth that at the heart of every great life, there is the love of family, the steady hand of integrity, and the enduring grace of a life lived with purpose. The ancient princess ceased her chanting, her eyes, milky with age yet sharp as a hawk, locking onto the tall, silver-haired man from the hills. She gestured with a gnarled hand, and the man beside them, who called himself Honest John, bowed low, his expression a masterpiece of feigned reverence. He turned toward the Clampetts, his voice hushed and solemn. "She has spoken to the spirits of the ancestors," he whispered, his eyes wide as if recounting a miracle. "They have looked into the heart of Jed Clampett and found it to be as clear as a mountain stream. She says the land will not be sold to a politician, for they are like the shifting desert sands. But she will entrust it to a man whose word is as solid as the roots of the great oak." Jed tipped his hat, feeling a strange warmth in his chest. "I surely do appreciate that, ma'am," he said, addressing the silent figure wrapped in her patterned blankets. "I aim to do right by the land and all the folks who dwell upon it." The princess let out a short, guttural sound that might have been a laugh, then spoke a string of words that sounded like rustling leaves and crackling firewood. Honest John leaned in, his face beaming with manufactured delight. "She says she has been waiting 150 years for a man of your stature to come along." He translated, gesturing grandly. "She says you are the answer to the long suffering of her people, and she is prepared to sign the deed over to you this very afternoon." Granny clapped her hands together, her face bright with triumph. "I told you, Jed, I told you that being a good, plain-spoken man would get us further than all the fancy talk in this big city." She turned to the princess and offered a friendly, toothless grin. "You are a fine old woman," she chirped, though she made no attempt to speak the native tongue. "We will see to it that you have a warm place to rest your bones and plenty of good victuals to keep you strong." Jethro, standing behind them with his chest puffed out, nodded eagerly. "I can help her with her chores, Uncle Jed," he chimed in. "I am real good at doing whatever needs doing around a homestead, and I reckon I can learn the ropes of this Indian life right quick." Honest John hurried them along, his pace frantic as he checked his pocket watch. "We must move quickly," he urged, ushering them toward a waiting carriage. "The documents are being prepared at the office of a very important government official. Everything must be signed and sealed before the sun dips below the horizon, or the opportunity may vanish like smoke in the wind." Jed climbed into the carriage, holding the door for Granny and Ellie Mae. "Feels like a big step," he remarked, looking out at the marble columns and sprawling lawns of the capital. "I never did imagine I would be a landowner in a place as busy and loud as this." Ellie Mae looked out the window, her eyes scanning the greenery. "Do you think they will let me bring my critters, Uncle Jed?" she asked, her voice filled with hope. "The White House has a real big yard, and I bet there are all kinds of squirrels and birds that would like a nice place to live." Jed patted her hand gently. "I reckon we can ask, little one. If we are the ones holding the deed, I expect we can invite whoever we want to stay a spell." As the carriage rolled through the bustling streets of Washington, the city seemed to shimmer with possibility. People in fine suits hurried along the sidewalks, and grand buildings rose toward the blue sky. But for the Clampetts, the world was narrowing down to a single historic purpose. Honest John sat opposite them, his hands tightly clutching a leather briefcase. He hummed a low, tuneless melody, his eyes darting from the street to the interior of the carriage. He was already planning his next move, calculating how much a man could make by selling the rights to the story of the hillbilly who bought the home of the president. He imagined the headlines, the fame, and the immense fortune that would surely follow. Everything was moving exactly according to his design, and he felt a surge of adrenaline that made his pulse quicken. He knew he was playing a dangerous game, but the reward was too great to ignore. As they approached a large, limestone building, the carriage came to a slow stop. "This is it," Honest John announced, his voice vibrating with excitement. "This is where the deal will be finalized." He hopped out and helped Granny descend, his movements nimble and practiced. They entered a room filled with polished oak furniture and heavy velvet curtains. A man in a dark suit sat behind a massive desk, his face stern and unmoving. He looked up as they entered, and for a moment, the room seemed to grow cold. "This is the official who will witness the transfer," Honest John introduced, his voice taking on a slightly nervous edge. Jed walked up to the desk and took off his hat. "How do you do, sir?" he said, his voice deep and calm. "I am Jed Clampett, and I am here to settle up for the property that the princess is ready to part with." The man behind the desk stared at Jed for a long, uncomfortable moment. Together, a family bound by a history that was as rich and diverse as the land they called home. They had traveled far, they had faced the world, and they had come through it all with their spirits intact and their love stronger than ever. They were a testament to the endurance of the human spirit, a family that had shown that even in the face of the unknown, one could always find their way home. And so, their journey continued, not as an adventure that had reached its conclusion, but as a life that was lived day by day, with grace, with humor, and with the unwavering conviction that as long as they had each other, they had everything they would ever need. Their story was one that would be whispered in the wind and remembered in the silence. A gentle, enduring narrative of a family that had truly and fully lived. The cycle of their lives continued, a series of simple, meaningful events that created the fabric of their days. They remained in their home, a place of peace and joy, surrounded by the beauty of the world they had learned to cherish. They had come to understand that the most profound lessons in life were those learned through the quiet, everyday moments, the shared meals, the whispered conversations, and the steady support of family. They were a family that had faced the world, had seen its wonders and its deceptions, and had come through it all with a deeper appreciation for the things that truly mattered. Their life was a testament to the power of resilience and the enduring nature of love, a simple, powerful story of a family that had found its way and was content to continue on that journey, together as one. The years were kind to them, each one bringing new opportunities for growth and deeper connections. They remained true to the values that had guided them from the start, a family that stood as a beacon of integrity and love. They were not defined by their wealth or their experiences in the capital, but by the kindness they showed others and the devotion they felt for one another. Their story was a quiet, enduring legacy, one that reminded all who heard it of the importance of living a life of purpose and of the profound, transformative power of family. It was a life of simple grace, a life that proved that no matter where the journey might take you, the most important destination was always the heart of home, and the love that waited there, constant and true. And so, their lives continued, a beautiful, evolving story of family and connection. They remained as they had always been, grounded in their roots yet open to the world, a testament to the fact that life was a journey to be cherished, a series of moments to be savored and shared. They were a family that had faced the world and had come out the other side stronger, more connected, and more appreciative of the simple, beautiful truths of life. They continued on their path, day by day, year by year, finding joy in the simple, everyday occurrences and beauty in the steady, enduring bonds of family. It was a life well lived, a life that had found its way, and a life that would continue to unfold, a testament to the enduring power of love and the quiet, steady strength of the human spirit. The world outside continued its frantic pace, but within their home, there was a sense of calm and perspective that they had earned through their experiences. They had learned to appreciate the rhythm of their lives, the cycle of work and rest, the simple pleasures that made each day unique. They were a family that had walked a long and winding road, but had always kept their hearts fixed on the things that mattered. They were a source of inspiration to those who knew them, a quiet, steady reminder that life was about more than the pursuit of success or the accumulation of wealth. It was about the connections we forge, the love we share, and the integrity with which we navigate the complexities of the world. And in that, they had found their true fulfillment, a life of simple, lasting grace that would remain a testament to all they had experienced and all they had become. The journey of the family was not defined by the grand, dramatic moments, but by the quiet, consistent devotion they showed each other every day. They had learned to navigate the world with a sense of humility and a commitment to their own truth, a journey that had led them to a place of peace and contentment. They remained in their home, a place of love and laughter, where the simple pleasures of life were celebrated and the bonds of family were held in the highest regard. They were a testament to the enduring power of family and the importance of living a life of meaning and integrity. And in the end, that was the most beautiful part of their story, the quiet, steady strength of a life lived well, together, in the heart of the home they had built for themselves, a life of simple, lasting grace that would always be remembered. The story was one of simple triumphs and shared journeys, a reflection of the many ways in which life could be lived with purpose and joy. They were a family that had faced the world and had come out the other side with their spirits intact, a testament to the enduring power of connection and the importance of holding onto the values that matter most. Their life was a tapestry of memories, woven together with the threads of laughter, love, and the wisdom that comes from navigating life's challenges together. It was a life that had found its way, a life that was lived with grace, and a life that would continue to be a beacon of hope and a model of what it meant to live with integrity, with love, and with the unwavering support of family, day after day, year after year. Their life was a journey of continuous discovery, a series of moments that revealed the depth of their love and the strength of their family bond. They were a family that had learned to embrace the unexpected and to find beauty in the challenges of life. They were a family that had found their way through the complexities of the world and had emerged, with their spirits intact, a testament to the enduring power of connection and the importance of holding onto the values that matter most. Their story was a quiet, enduring legacy, one that would remain a source of inspiration for all who heard it, a simple, powerful narrative of a family that had truly and fully lived, finding joy in the simple, everyday occurrences and beauty in the steady, enduring bonds of family. As the years passed, the family continued to embody the principles that had guided them through every chapter of their lives. They remained a source of warmth and inspiration, a family that had navigated the world and had come out the other side with their values stronger than ever. Their story was one that celebrated the beauty of the simple life, the importance of family, and the power of love to overcome any obstacle. They were a testament to the fact that even in a world that was always in motion, there was a place for quiet reflection, for enduring bonds, and for the simple, beautiful truths that formed the foundation of a good life. And in the end, that was their greatest achievement, the life they had built together, a life of love, integrity, and the quiet, steady strength of a family that had truly found its way. The journey was one of ongoing growth and connection, a testament to the power of family to navigate the trials of life and emerge stronger for it. They were a family that had seen the world and had returned to the place they called home, finding peace in the simple routines and joy in the shared experiences of their days. They had learned that the most important things in life were those that were held closest to the heart, the love of family, and the integrity of a life well lived. Their story was one that would be remembered, a simple, powerful narrative of a family that had truly lived, finding beauty in the everyday and purpose in the bonds that held them together, a life of lasting grace that would remain a source of inspiration for generations to come. As the sunset cast its final light upon their home, they stood together, a family bound by a history that was as rich and diverse as the land they called home. They had traveled far, they had faced the world, and they had come through it all with their spirits intact and their love stronger than ever. They were a testament to the endurance of the human spirit, a family that had shown that even in the face of the unknown, one could always find their way home. And so, their journey continued, not as an adventure that had reached its conclusion, but as a life that was lived day by day, with grace, with humor, and with the unwavering conviction that as long as he had shipped from California, they followed him, keeping a discreet distance, until they reached the hotel where the Clampetts were staying. When they finally confronted the family, the scene was one of disbelief and, on Mr. Drysdale's part, a fair amount of sputtering indignation. He tried to explain that they were being swindled, that the committee was a fraud, and that the Princess Sitting Hawk was nothing more than a talented actress hired to manipulate them. Jed listened to Mr. Drysdale's outburst with a calm expression, his trust in honest John not easily shaken. He asked for evidence, and when Mr. Drysdale provided documents detailing the investigation he had conducted, Jed began to see the truth of the situation. He realized that the man he had come to regard as a friend had been using his kindness for his own gain. It was a sobering moment, one that forced him to confront the reality of the world he was navigating. He felt a deep sense of betrayal, but he did not respond with anger. Instead, he took the lead in rectifying the situation, working with Mr. Drysdale to track down honest John and recover the money. The process was not easy, involving a series of tense encounters and careful maneuvering, but eventually, they managed to corner the perpetrator, who had been preparing to flee the country. The authorities were called, the money was secured, and the truth about the elaborate scam was laid bare for all to see. The aftermath was a period of reflection for the Clampetts. They felt foolish for having been so easily led, but they also learned valuable lessons about the importance of discernment and the complexities of human nature. They were grateful to Mr. Drysdale for his intervention, even if his motivations were largely selfish, and they found a new level of respect for the banker's tenacity. They decided that it was time to return home, their adventure in the capital having taught them more than they could have ever imagined. They had seen the highs and lows of life in the big city and had emerged from the experience with their family bond stronger than ever. As they prepared to fly back to Beverly Hills, they looked out the window of the plane at the sprawling landscape of the country, feeling a deep appreciation for the beauty and diversity of the land they called home. They had left the mountains as simple hillbillies, but they were returning as a family that had faced the world on its own terms and come out the other side with wisdom and a renewed sense of their own value. The return to Beverly Hills was a quiet affair, a welcome contrast to the chaos of Washington. They slipped back into their routine, finding comfort in the familiar surroundings and the simple pleasures of their lives. They were glad to be back with their animals, their gardens, and the peace of their own home. They had learned that the world was vast and full of challenges, but that the true center of their universe was each other. They would always remember their trip, the lessons they learned, and the way they had supported one another through the experience. And in the end, that was the most valuable treasure they could ever possess. They had come to understand that wealth was not measured in dollars or influence, but in the strength of their character, the warmth of their love, and the integrity with which they lived their lives. It was a lesson they would hold close forever, a guiding light that would ensure their future was as bright and meaningful as the life they had built in the hills. As they settled back into their life, they found that the experiences they had gained continued to influence them in subtle ways. Jed began to invest his resources in more local, tangible projects, supporting initiatives that were genuinely making a difference in the community. Ellie Mae continued to care for her creatures, with an even greater appreciation for the balance of nature. Jethro shifted his focus from grand, impractical inventions to projects that could actually benefit their daily lives, and Granny found new ways to share her cooking and her wisdom with the neighbors. They became a fixture in the community, not as the wealthy eccentric family they once were, but as respected and valued members of society. They had traveled far, but they had returned with a clearer vision of who they were and what they stood for. The story of their trip to Washington became a family legend, a tale to be told around the table, reminding them of the time they had dared to dream big and had emerged as stronger, wiser people because of it. In the years that followed, they were often asked about their time in the capital. They spoke of the monuments, the scale of the city, and the lessons they had learned. They never spoke with bitterness about the scams or the deceptions. Instead, they focused on the growth and the connection they had experienced as a family. They had come through the fire of the world and had come out the other side refined and resilient. They lived their days with a sense of quiet joy, confident in the knowledge that no matter what the world threw their way, they would always have each other. Their story was one of triumph, of the simple virtues prevailing in the face of the complex and the artificial, and of the enduring power of family to navigate the trials of life. It was a testament to the fact that while the world might change, the values that mattered most remained constant, a beacon for all who sought a life of meaning and integrity. The legacy of their time in Washington was not one of lost money or ruined dreams, but of a family that had found its true compass. They had seen the world and had realized that the most important things in life were not to be found in the halls of power, but in the love of those around you and the peace of a life well lived. They remained in their home, a testament to their resilience and their willingness to embrace the journey of life, wherever it might lead. And as they looked back on their days, they felt a deep sense of gratitude for the path they had walked, for the lessons they had learned, and for the family that had stood by them through every step of the way. It was a life of simple grace, a life that proved that even the most unexpected paths could lead to the most meaningful destinations. The years rolled by, each one filled with its own challenges and rewards. The family remained close, a tight-knit circle of support in a world that was always in motion. They continued to grow, to learn, and to adapt, always guided by the principles they had held since their time in the mountains. They were not just a family. They were a symbol of endurance, a reminder that character and love were the most important currencies in any environment. Their story was a quiet one, but it was one that would endure, a simple, powerful narrative of a family that had navigated the complexities of the world and had emerged with its spirit intact, a beacon of hope and a model of a life lived with purpose. They had come to understand that the true value of their wealth lay not in what they possessed, but in how they chose to live their lives and in the love they shared with each other. And so, the story of the Clampetts continued, a gentle, enduring narrative of growth and connection. They remained true to their roots, even as they navigated the modern world, a testament to the power of family and the importance of holding onto the values that matter most. Their life was a tapestry of experiences, woven together with the threads of laughter, love, and the wisdom that comes from facing life's challenges with an open heart. They had traveled, they had learned, and they had grown, but in the end, They had always found their way back to each other, the ultimate destination and the greatest treasure of all. And in that, they found their true happiness, a quiet, steady warmth that sustained them through every chapter of their lives, long after the noise of the world had faded away. The days stretched into months and the months into years, but the spirit of the family remained as vibrant as ever. They found beauty in the changing seasons, in the simple work they did each day, and in the quiet moments of companionship they shared. They were a family that had been touched by the world, but had never been defined by it, a group of people who had lived life fully and honestly. They had come to understand that the greatest adventure was not to be found in the pursuit of wealth or influence, but in the pursuit of meaning and connection. Their story was a simple one, but it was a powerful reminder of the values that form the foundation of a good life. A life built on love, integrity, and the shared journey of family. As the sunset cast its final light upon their home, they sat, but if this was the path laid out for him by fate, he would walk it with the same humility and dedication that he had applied to everything else in his life. He looked at Granny, then at Ellie Mae and Jethro, and saw the pride in their eyes. They were a family, and together, they were about to embark on a journey that would change their lives and, perhaps, the history of the nation itself. The night air grew cool, and the sounds of the city faded into a gentle hum. Under the soft glow of the moon, the group sat in a circle, the flickering light of a small, contained fire casting dancing shadows against the fabric of the nearby teepee. The princess remained seated, a pillar of ancient dignity, while Jed recounted tales of the hills, of the simple virtues that had guided his family through the years, and of his hope that their wealth could be used to preserve the natural beauty of the land. He spoke of the smog that choked the air and the need to find harmony with the earth once more. Every word he spoke seemed to carry weight, and the princess nodded slowly, her expression softening with each passing moment. Honest John acted as the conduit, embellishing where necessary to ensure the emotional connection deepened. It was a scene of remarkable beauty, a convergence of past and present, mountain and city, spirit and substance. The bond was being forged not just with words, but with the shared understanding that the world was precious and that it was the duty of those with the means to protect it to do so with care and compassion. As the late hours approached, the plan for the next day began to take shape. They would present the $1 million check to the committee, which would then, according to Honest John, facilitate the formal meeting with the president and the final transfer of the property rights. The family was filled with excitement, their thoughts occupied by the prospect of entering the halls of power. They talked about how they would decorate the rooms, what kind of chickens would be best suited for the White House garden, and how they would introduce their own unique brand of hospitality to the seat of government. Jethro was already planning the installation of his steam-powered generators, convinced that the White House could serve as the ultimate testing ground for his green energy.
Solution.
Ellie Mae was looking forward to creating a sanctuary for the local wildlife, ensuring that, even in the heart of the capital, the creatures of the field and forest had a place to thrive. Granny was busy thinking about the menu for their first official banquet, determined to prove that the simple, hearty cooking of their home was far superior to the fancy, confusing dishes she imagined were served in such high places. The following morning dawned with a crispness that heralded a new beginning. The streets of Washington were already beginning to bustle with activity, but for the Clampetts, the day held the promise of an extraordinary event. They gathered their belongings, their spirits high and their hearts full of anticipation. They met Honest John at the appointed time, ready to fulfill the promises they had made to the princess and to the future of the nation. He guided them through the labyrinthine streets, his eyes scanning for any sign of trouble but finding only the calm order of a city preparing for the day's business. He led them to a grand building, which he identified as the headquarters for the Citizens Against Smog Horror Committee, and they walked through the ornate doors with a sense of purpose. Inside, they were greeted by an air of hushed importance, and they felt as though they were stepping into the very center of history. They were led to a large, oak-paneled room where a long table stood, surrounded by chairs occupied by men in sharp suits who watched them with a mix of curiosity and deference. Jed stood at the head of the table, his tall, lean frame casting an imposing shadow. He cleared his throat and looked around the room, his eyes steady and kind. He spoke of his desire to help, to use the resources at his disposal to ensure a cleaner world for all children, regardless of where they lived. He laid the check for $1 million on the table, the paper a stark contrast to the dark wood. The men at the table leaned forward, their eyes drawn to the figure. It was a moment of profound significance, a transfer of wealth that represented hope for a better future. The leader of the committee, a man with a stern but polite demeanor, stood to acknowledge the contribution. He praised the family for their generosity and their patriotic spirit, and he assured them that every cent would be used to tackle the challenges of pollution with the utmost dedication. He spoke of the progress they were making, of the technological breakthroughs that were on the horizon, and of the importance of individual contribution in the collective effort. The words were well rehearsed, designed to inspire and to reassure, and they served their purpose perfectly. The family left the meeting feeling lighter, their burden of worry about the smog now shared by a group of professionals who knew exactly how to proceed. They spent the rest of the day touring the city, marveling at the monuments and the scale of the institutions that governed the land. They were particularly moved by the Lincoln Memorial, where Jed spent a long time standing silently, contemplating the man who had preserved the Union and whom the princess had so admired. It was a reminder to them all of the depth of history that permeated every corner of the capital. They found the city to be a place of both great beauty and great complexity, and they were glad to have seen it for themselves. As evening fell, they returned to their hotel, their minds buzzing with the events of the day and their hearts full of hope for the future. They had fulfilled their part of the deal, and now they waited with bated breath for the call that would bring them into the presence of the President himself. The next few days were spent in a whirlwind of activity. They visited museums, explored the local parks, and continued their quest to learn as much as they could about the history of the country. They met many interesting people, from street performers to government officials, and they found that their humble demeanor and genuine curiosity earned them respect everywhere they went. They were, in every sense, ambassadors of a simpler time, bringing a touch of the mountain spirit to the heart of the nation. Their presence was a constant source of wonder to those they encountered, and many who spoke with them found their outlook on life refreshing and wise. They were not interested in the politics of the capital, nor were they swayed by the pretenses that often accompanied status. They remained true to themselves, finding beauty in the small things and joy in the simple interactions that made up their days. It was a testament to their character that they could navigate such a high-stakes environment, without ever losing sight of their identity or the values that held them together. Back in Beverly Hills, Mr. Drysdale was frantic. He had heard rumors that the Clampetts were settling in well in Washington and that they were being treated like royalty. He worried that they might decide to stay there permanently, or worse, that they might have already transferred their entire fortune to someone other than himself. He paced his office, his mind racing with possibilities, trying to figure out how to get them back before his bank suffered the irreparable loss of their account. Miss Hathaway tried to calm him, suggesting that perhaps they were just having a grand adventure and that they would eventually tire of the capital and return home. But Mr. Drysdale was not convinced. He knew the allure of power and the influence that people like Honest John could have on someone as trusting as Jed. He decided that he had to act, and he set in motion a plan to follow them to Washington, determined to intercept them before any further financial decisions could be made. He packed his bags and, with Miss Hathaway in tow, embarked on a frantic journey across the country. His mind set on one goal, to protect his precious bank account at any cost. When they arrived in Washington, they were met with a scene of utter confusion. They spent hours scouring the city, checking hotels and government buildings, trying to track down the family. They were constantly thwarted by the complexity of the city and the sheer number of people moving through it. They felt as though they were in a race against time, and the pressure was taking a toll on their nerves. They finally caught a lucky break when they spotted Jethro, who was busy trying to find a high-voltage outlet for his latest version of the electric car, and a new opportunity to share the love that had been their constant guide. They were ready, as always, to face it all, together, with hearts full of hope and spirits that were as resilient as the mountains they called home. The story continued, and it would always continue, as long as there were families who stood by each other, through thick and thin, and always together. The Beverly Hillbillies, a family of the hills, had left their mark on the heart of the nation, not with wealth or power, but with the simple, quiet strength of their love. And as the world continued its endless, swirling dance, their story remained a steady, unwavering light, a reminder that no matter where we are or what we do, the things that truly matter, the bonds we forge, the love we share, and the integrity we hold on to, are the enduring, unchangeable measures of a life well lived. And that, in the end, was the truest victory of all. Sitting Hawk is whispering the secrets of the ancient forest, her eyes closed in deep meditation as the spirits speak through her. We must remain absolutely silent, for the ancestors are very particular about their peace and quiet. Do you see how she sways? She is listening to the whispers of the wind that once blew across this land before the stone. Buildings rose toward the sky. I shall translate her vision for you, but you must be prepared for the magnitude of what she is about to reveal. The spirits are telling her that a man of great integrity, a man with the soul of a pioneer and the heart of an explorer, has arrived at her sacred ground. She senses the truth in your words, Jed. She knows you do not seek to exploit the land, but to cherish it as those who walked here many moons ago once did. She is opening her heart, and the path is becoming clear. She says that the spirits have long awaited a figure like you, one who possesses the wisdom to respect the past while understanding the needs of the future. The negotiations are delicate, for she has been wounded by the broken promises of others, but your sincerity is a balm to her spirit. She is asking for a sign, a token of your commitment to the land and to the people who dwell upon it. Perhaps a gesture of true brotherhood would bridge the final gap between her guarded heart and your honest intentions. You must understand that the land is not merely dirt and stone to her. It is a living entity, a testament to her heritage and the stories of her ancestors. If you can prove that you intend to honor that history rather than bury it, she will surely grant your request. The air is thick with anticipation, and even the birds seem to have quieted their song to hear the outcome of this profound meeting. Watch her closely, for she is beginning to signal the spirits to finalize their consensus. It is a moment of deep spiritual gravity, and we are privileged to witness it. Do not be impatient, for destiny cannot be rushed. She is unfolding the tapestry of her people, and you, Jed Clampett, are being woven into the pattern as a potential guardian of this sacred site. Granny shifted her weight, peering at the elderly woman draped in intricate, colorful garments that seemed to shimmer with the wisdom of ages. She whispered to Jed, asking if this truly was the way to secure a place for them in the highest house in the land. Jed nodded solemnly, his gaze fixed on the princess, his hand resting thoughtfully on the brim of his hat. The silence stretched, filled only by the distant sounds of a bustling city that seemed worlds away from this quiet corner of history. The interpreter, Honest John, stood with a look of intense focus, his role as the bridge between two worlds hanging in the balance. He leaned in closer, listening to a series of guttural, rhythmic sounds escaping the lips of the princess. He nodded, his face lighting up with a mixture of awe and strategic calculation. He turned back to the Clampetts, his voice hushed and reverent. The spirits have spoken, and they are favorably inclined toward your proposal. She says that your presence here is no accident, but an alignment of the stars that has been centuries in the making. She is ready to consider the transfer of her sacred land, but only if you are prepared to undergo the ritual of the bonding of souls. It is a profound ceremony that will link your destiny with that of the Columbia tribe forever. You will be expected to stand before the great council fire, which we will replicate here on this patch of earth, and swear an oath of protection over the land and its ancient memories. It is not a task for the faint of heart, but for a man of your stature and resolve. It is the natural culmination of your life journey. Granny stepped forward, her eyes narrowing slightly as she took in the scene. She had spent a lifetime observing the ways of folks, and she knew a genuine moment when she saw one. She felt a strange surge of emotion, a connection to the ancestors that Honest John spoke of, and she found herself wanting to support Jed in this noble endeavor. She reminded him to speak from the heart, to let the princess know that the Clampetts were not mere passers-by, but people who valued family, tradition, and the simple joys of living. She reached into her bag and pulled out a small, dried bundle of herbs, offering it as a gesture of goodwill to the princess. The interpreter accepted the bundle with a bow and presented it to the woman, who touched it gently to her forehead, her eyes reflecting a flicker of genuine appreciation. The atmosphere began to shift. The tension that had hung in the air like a storm cloud seemed to dissipate, replaced by a sense of calm expectancy. It was as if the very soil beneath their feet was breathing a sigh of relief, welcoming the possibility of a new era of stewardship. The princess looked up at the sky, then back at Jed, and uttered a single, clear word that seemed to resonate through the entire clearing. Honest John translated immediately, his excitement barely contained. She has granted her blessing for the initial phase of the agreement. She calls you the brother of the wind and the protector of the stone. This is a tremendous honor, one that few, if any, have ever achieved. We must now prepare for the formal ceremony that will finalize the arrangement. Ellie Mae, who had been observing the interaction with wide-eyed wonder, felt her own spirit lift. She had always felt a deep affinity for nature and the creatures that roamed the wild, and seeing the respect accorded to the princess filled her with a sense of purpose. She whispered to Jethro that they were truly part of something historic. Jethro, however, was busy calculating the logistics of the situation. He was wondering if the White House, once acquired, would have enough room to store all the parts for his new inventions and whether the secret tunnels he had read about really existed. He imagined himself patrolling the halls of power, ensuring that the legacy of the tribe was preserved while simultaneously making the world a cleaner, better place. He adjusted his stance, trying to look as authoritative as possible, as if he were already an official ambassador for the family. The dream of walking through the front door of the White House as invited guests was finally within their grasp, and the reality of the situation was far grander than any of them had dared to imagine. As the sun began to dip lower in the sky, casting long, golden shadows across the lawn, the group stood together, a small gathering of souls from the hills now standing on the precipice of national significance. The promise of the future was bright, and the wisdom of the past was their guide. Honest John continued to orchestrate the proceedings with the finesse of a master, ensuring that each step brought the Clampetts closer to their goal while keeping his own hidden agenda firmly under wraps. He knew that if he could just keep them focused on the grandiosity of the ceremony, he would have ample time to secure the $1 million and make his escape before anyone realized the true nature of his committee. He painted a picture of a magnificent future, a world where the Clampetts were the architects of a cleaner, more respectful society, and where the White House served as a beacon of unity between the old ways and the new. He spoke of the legacy they would leave behind, a story that would be told for generations. Jed listened intently, his mind absorbing the words and his heart finding resonance in the idea of being a force for positive change. He had never sought power. Wife will never get out of the kitchen, Granny warned. I can help with the cooking, Ellie Mae offered. No, Ellie, I will do that. You make the beds and do the dusting, Granny insisted. And Jethro, you can mow the White House lawn and rake the leaves, Jed said. Let Ellie do that. The president needs me for my brain, Jethro said, puffing out his chest. Oh pooh, Granny said. I will likely be in the East Room or someplace sitting on his cabinet. You keep your feet off the president's furniture, Jed instructed. Looks like we made it, he added as the plane touched down. The climate is on here. See you at the hotel. Shifty, what if they do not show up? Honest John asked, pacing nervously. They will be here any minute. I checked their flight, his partner replied. How are you going to get past the guard? I will handle it, Honest John said. It is important for the Clampetts to see me coming out of the White House. Okay, good luck, honey, his partner said. Jaffa, Federal Bureau of Investigation, the guard said as Honest John approached. Hold it. What is it? What? The president is waiting, Honest John bluffed. What is it? I need to see your identification, the guard demanded. You do not recognize me? Honest John asked, incredulous. Nope, the guard said. Good. I told you, Edgar. This was a perfect disguise. Honest John muttered to himself. See you later, he added. Hold it, the guard repeated. Look, you are delaying high-level meetings. Now, what do you want? I want to see your pass, the guard said. My pass? Of course. My pass, but how do you know? I must have left it on the president's desk. I will go get it, Honest John said. Hold it, the guard said again. Now what is it? I cannot let you in without a pass, the guard said. Is that your final word? It is, the guard insisted. Excellent. You have passed the test with flying colors. Congratulations. Now let me see. Now you are guard number 16. Escape gets a 1 rating. The president will be pleased. Now, do not be surprised if there is a little something extra in your stocking at Christmas, Honest John said, improvising wildly. Hold it, the guard said. Now look, you have proven your efficiency, my good man. Do not press your luck. I may drop you to a B+. Just candy canes and bubble gum in your stocking. Beat it, Honest John said, walking away with a flourish. Beat it? Cavil, 1 word from me and you will be guarding a government igloo in Iceland, the guard muttered. I am going to count to 3. If you are not gone. Never mind, Honest John thought. I think my pigeons have just flown in from the West Coast, he said as he spotted the Clampetts. Danny, big house the president has got, Jethro noted as they approached the gate. Nice big yard, too. Lots of room for critters, he added. Reckon he has got a garden and chickens? Likely, I would bet, Jed said. Well, here is all our stuff. Here you are, Mr. Taxi Driver, Jed said, handing the man some money. Thank you. Now, tell me, what time is the next public tour of the White House? 3 o'clock, the driver replied. Yeah, remember that, Jed said. I am going to ask questions later. Tell the president I will be there. Mr. Schaefer. Honest John. Well, bless my soul if it isn't the Clampetts. What brings you to Washington, of all places? Honest John asked, feigning surprise. We is here to see the president. We want to talk to him about the smog problem. We is gonna help him get rid of the stuff, Jed explained. What a coincidence. You just appointed me chairman of a very special committee for that purpose.
Honest John lied smoothly.
I am ready to give him my money if I just knew how, Jed said. Another coincidence, Honest John said. Just happens to be the function of my committee. Are you lying? Granny asked, her eyes narrowing. I try to do my humble bit, Honest John replied smoothly. Shall I make out the check to the president? Jed asked. As a matter of fact, the check should be made payable to my committee, Honest John said. What is that? Citizens Against Smog Horror, Honest John invented. That is quite a lot to write, Jed noted. Just use the initials, Honest John advised. Fine. Citizens Against Smog Horror. Now, shall I make it for the whole 95 million? Jed asked. No. That might be a bit hard to handle, Honest John said. What do you mean? Well, you see, other public-spirited citizens not as wealthy as you might be embarrassed and not contribute at all, Honest John explained. Oh well, we do not want that to happen, Jed said. I am glad you understand, Honest John said. Give him $5, Jed. Lots of folks got that much, Granny suggested. On the other hand, let us not go too far the other way. A little friendly embarrassment never hurt anybody. How about starting with $1 million? Honest John suggested. Excellent. Just the right amount to get the ball rolling, Jed agreed. That is 1, comma, not, comma, not. Jed wrote. Boy has got a great head for ciphers. Ain't he? He is a real knothead, Granny joked. Well, there you are, Mr. Honest John. I hope that primes the pump, Jed said. Beautiful. The president will be delighted, Honest John said. Are you going to show it to him? Jed asked. At our afternoon meeting, Honest John said. What time is that again, my good man? 3 o'clock, Honest John repeated. That will be on time. I am a busy man, Honest John said. You must know the president pretty good, Jed observed. Pals, buddies, Honest John replied. Well, why do not you take us to the meeting with you? We would like to say howdy to him. And he would like to say hi-dee to you, Jed suggested. Oh golly. However, the Secret Service requires security clearance, Honest John said, creating an obstacle. Will that take long? Jed asked. Do you happen to have birth certificates, color photographs, passports, and a complete set of fingerprints with you? Why no, we ain't, Jed admitted. Well, I am afraid it will take a while, Honest John said. Meantime, I will put you up at a nice, comfortable hotel, he offered. Yeah, taxi, Jed called out. These are dainty fine accommodations, Mr. Honest John, Jed said as they arrived at their hotel suite. Well, thank you, Mr. Clampett, Honest John said. Here, let me show you something. Here you have a magnificent view over the entire city of Washington. Well, is that not pretty? Granny asked, looking out the window. Granny, believe me, Mr. Honest John is fixing us up real nice here. Jed said. Well, it is all right, but it ain't like staying at the White House, Granny grumbled. Sure ain't. They got a kitchen over there where a fella can get a snack when he is hungry, Jethro added. Ain't we gonna get to stay at the White House at all? Jethro asked. Ellie Mae, do not pay no attention to him, Mr. Honest John, Jed said. He is acting awful pushy. Not at all. As soon as I have straightened out the matter of security clearance, I am sure the president and his wife will issue you a formal invitation, Honest John said. Oh boy, Jethro cheered. Well, you tell them that they ain't taking in a family of freeloaders. We will pitch in and help with the housework and the chores, Jed said. I will make that matter crystal clear to him, Honest John promised. We are glad of life to you, Jed said. Glad to do it. See you later, friends, Honest John said, retreating to his partner. Shifty. Baby, how did it go? Like $1 million, and here it is, Honest John said. $1 million. Beautiful. I can have us packed in 5 minutes, his partner said. Wait a minute. Where are we going? Mexico, Venezuela, you name it, his partner replied. Flo, there are 94 more where this came from, Honest John said. Now, do not get greedy. Let us take our $1 million and play it safe, his partner warned. Baby, This is a chance of a lifetime, Honest John insisted. Think big. I am thinking big. We could get 20 years apiece, his partner said. Max, I got those hillbillies in the palm of my hand. They are grapes waiting to be picked, Honest John said. How? Well, I got $1 million for Smog, I will get $1 million for something else, he planned. How? I will think of something. I will sell them the White House, Honest John decided. How? 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 You sound like an Indian. Washington, someone announced. The President of the United States is calling me? Yes, sir, Bob. They are bringing the old fellow to the phone, Mr. Little, someone said. Isn't he in a straitjacket? Oh, no, he is not dangerous. He just suffers from the delusion that he is worth $95 million, Mr. Drysdale whispered. No wonder he is in the funny farm. The whole family. You know, it is wonderful of you to look after them. They are very sweet people, nothing but sweet, Mr. Drysdale added. Hurry, Dan, do not keep them waiting, he said. Hey, tell them about my electric car, Jethro said. Hello? Hello? Hello, Judge Clement speaking, Jed said into the phone. Hello, Mr. Clement. This is the President speaking. Is that sure enough you, Mr. President? Oh yes, make no mistake about that. I am the President, the voice replied. That is him, all right, Jed said. Now, Mr. Drysdale has told me of your generous and patriotic offer to donate your entire fortune to the fight against air pollution, the voice said. Yes, sir, it is only $95 million, but you are sure welcome to it, Jed said. And we will bring it right to you right there in the White House. The whole family. This here is Granny, Mr. President. I will bring you some pickled pawpaws and some hand-slung chickens. Mr. President, this here is Ellie Mae. Would you like a nice little baby possum to play with? My nephew Jethro ain't here to say howdy, but he is gonna drive us all the way to Washington in his brand new invention, the electric car. No, do not come to Washington. We have got enough people like you here already. You public-spirited citizens, the President said. Well, how do we get the money to you? Well, I am glad you asked me that. I want to make this point very clear, the President said. What is the point I want to make very clear? Leave your money in the bank. The Commerce Bank of Beverly Hills, where it will draw maximum interest. A compounded semi-annual. In the care of your wise and friendly banker, Melvin Drysdale. Well, naturally, we will do whatever you say, Mr. President, Jed said. But the family is going to be awful disappointed. We was hoping to get away to Washington. Oh no, do not try to get away. You will stay right there and do what the nice man in the white coat tells you. The President concluded. Goodbye. What did he say, Jan? He said he does not want us to come to Washington right now, Jed explained. Well, what are we supposed to do, pal? He says he is going to send a man in a white coat to tell us, Jed said. Jethro, I just talked to the President. And we will not be driving to Washington in your electric car, Jed said. Just as well, Uncle Jethro. I never found an extension cord long enough to get us there, Jethro noted. Mr. Little, that was a magnificent performance, Mr. Drysdale said. Thank you. Well, your impersonation of the President was absolutely incredible, Mr. Drysdale praised. Thank you. I hope to see you again sometime. Take good care of yourself, Mr. Little said. Mr. Drysdale, are you not forgetting something? Oh, what is that? My fee, Mr. Little said. Oh, yes. How much is it? Well, ordinarily, I receive $7,500 for a performance. However, in this case, I will cut it in half. How is $3,750? $3,750 it is, Mr. Drysdale said, handing over the money. 20, 40. Now, you owe me $2.50, Mr. Little said. No, that is $3,750, Mr. Drysdale said. A 5-minute work? The President does not get that much, and he is the real thing, Mr. Little chuckled. Excuse me, Chief. These foreclosures are red. Aren't you Rich Little, the impressionist? Yes, I am, he replied. Oh, Mr. Little, I just love your impression of John Wayne, Miss Jane said. Huh? Well, thank you very much, ma'am, Mr. Little said. Now, let me say that if we had girls like you out on the trail, I never would have given my horse a second look. Oh, that is marvelous. Thank you. Hey, and your Ed Sullivan is an absolute classic, Miss Jane exclaimed. Oh, Ed Sullivan? Wonderful. Would you do me a favor there, young sir? Would you come on our show next Sunday night and bring your stuffed giraffe? Yes, I would love to have you. What else are you going to have on the show? A World War I with the original cast. In living color with a surprise ending, Mr. Little teased. Oh, isn't he fabulous? Miss Jane asked. He certainly is, Mr. Drysdale agreed. It has been a real pleasure. Wait a minute. You are forgetting something again, Mr. Little said. Oh yes, you will see, Mr. Drysdale said. What are you charging her for Wayne and Sullivan? Oh, nothing. I will accept the same arrangement, Mr. Little said. Watch this, Jed said to the family. Do not leave no milk for a spell. We is going to Washington, Granny. Yeah? Well, you are going to Washington. We is? That is what the message says. Have a good trip, Jed said. Hey, Uncle Jeff, we is going to Washington. We just got the message, Jethro said. What did you say, boy? We is going to Washington. The fellow in the white coat just brought the message from the president, Jethro said. Well, where is he? Yonder he goes. Ain't that the milkman? Being a milkman is what you call a cover, Jed noted. Cover? He is really a secret agent for the government. Is he not? Yeah. I learned all that stuff when I was a double-knot spy, Jethro said. Well, I reckon we best get packing. Should I convert my electric car back to steam? No, I think we better fly. When the president sends for you, you do not want to keep him waiting, Jed said. Well, if he comes in, will you please ask him to call his office immediately? It is an emergency. Thank you. How do you like it, Miss Holloway? Chief, where have you been? Shopping. Any messages? Oh, just one. But it is a beauty, Miss Jane said. The Clappers are leaving for Washington, Miss Jane reported. What? They are determined to give their $95 million to the president. We have got to stop them. Get rich little back, Mr. Drysdale ordered. You are kidding. Huh? Here is a signed check. He can make it out for any amount he likes. I will get up to the Clappers and delay them until he calls, Mr. Drysdale said. I made it. They are still here, Mr. Drysdale said, arriving at the house. Clarence, Granny, Ellie Mae, Jethro. There is everybody, Mr. Drysdale said. Oh, hello, Bessie. Is that for me? How are you? Dear Mr. Drysdale, please feed the critters till we get back, Jed said, leaving a note. Enjoying your flight? Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Jed said. We is going to Washington to see the president. We is going to give him $95 million, Jed explained. Oh boy, you know the president? Talked to him this morning, Jed said. I am fetching him a baby possum, Ellie Mae added. And I am taking him a jar of pickled pawpaws and some hand-slung chitlins, Granny said. We was going in my electric car, but I could not find no 3,000-mile extension cord, Jethro said. That is very interesting, the flight attendant said. Young lady, how high would you say we are flying? A lot higher than the plane, the attendant joked. The Beverly Hillbillies landed in the heart of Washington, the city buzzing with activity. Jed, looking out the window, felt a surge of excitement. I got the wind, everybody. We are flying over a right pretty town. That there is Washington, District of Columbia. Anybody see the White House? Appears to be lots of white houses down there, Jed remarked, looking at the architectural variety of the nation's capital. Would you fasten your seatbelts, please? The flight attendant requested. Yes, ma'am. We will be landing in a few minutes, Jed said. You gonna feed us again before we land? Granny asked, ever concerned about the family's appetite. I am afraid there isn't time. You done had 4 meals and 3 snacks, the attendant said. Why, it makes me hungry, Granny mused. But we is landing now. Landing makes me hungry, too, Ellie Mae added with a grin. We go straight to the White House, Paul? Ellie Mae asked. I think so, Ellie. The quicker we give our money to the president, the quicker he can commence fighting smog, Jed said. Sure, I will breeze him down for supper. I am starving, Jethro said. Jed, if that boy takes his meals at the White House. The president's you take it, Jethro offered. Come on, get out, Mr. Drysdale said. Forget it. We might just as well go back to the office. Hey, Miss Jane, before you go, just sit down and help me think of an idea on how to get rid of the smog, Jethro said. Jethro, dear boy, the finest minds in the country are working on that problem, Miss Jane explained. Yeah, but I ain't getting nowhere, Jethro complained. Do not sit there wasting time with that idiot, Mr. Drysdale snapped. Now hold on, Jed said. Just because she is dressed funny does not make her an idiot. Get out from there, both of you. Mr. Drysdale, it is hard to think of brilliant ideas with folks yelling at you, Jethro noted. Where does Granny keep her shotgun? I sure hope I can whip that smog problem before I starve to death. Jethro, I am afraid that problem will not be solved until someone invents a replacement for the internal combustion engine, Miss Jane said. I will do it, Jethro announced. I am on it. Hey, what is an internal combustion engine? Jethro asked. Well, that is the engine that powers the average automobile. The hope is to convert to steam or electricity, Miss Jane explained. Hey, Mr. Drysdale, what should I put my giant brain to work on first? A steam car or an electric car? Why not a gas turbine? Oh, I ain't gonna mess with hats. Just cars. Mr. Drysdale, I done told you this money is staying here, Jed said firmly. Mr. Drysdale, get off of my money. It is my money. No, it ain't. It is mine. Well, it is my sack. All right, I will dump the money out and you can have the sack, Mr. Drysdale offered. Good. Just dump it in that truck out front. It is staying here, Jed decided. But it is not safe here, Mr. Drysdale argued. Why, until you showed up, it was... What? No, it is going back into my vault. Oh, Chief, the guard called out. Do not stand there, Hathaway. Use your gun, Mr. Drysdale shouted. That is an excellent idea. Stand back, Mr. Clapper. I should hate to hit you. You traitor, Mr. Drysdale yelled. Mr. Drysdale, get a hold of yourself, Jed said calmly. I done promised this money to a fellow that is going to get rid of all the smog. Not Jethro. No, no. This fellow is going to drill a tunnel through the San Bernardino Mountains, put in a great big fan, and draw all the smog out of Los Angeles. But that is a preposterous idea, Mr. Drysdale said, aghast. Yeah, we like it too, Jed replied. Mr. Clapper, the problem of smog is too big to be handled locally, Mr. Drysdale explained, trying to sound reasonable. It has to be solved on a national level. Is that a fact? Only the president can get together the brain power and the vast amount of money necessary. Why, this $700,000 is not even a drop in the bucket. Well, how much does the president need? Oh, millions, billions. I will just take this chicken feed back to the bank, Mr. Drysdale said, feeling triumphant. I will study on it, Mr. Drysdale, Jed said. No, give up, Chief, the guard said. No, hold it, Hathaway. I am not through with you, Mr. Drysdale threatened. What now? You are guilty of conduct unbecoming an employee of the Commerce Bank, Mr. Drysdale declared. Oh, big deal, Miss Jane replied. For cowardice in the face of action. For failure to obey a direct order. For treachery and insubordination. You are hereby dishonorably discharged as a guard and reduced to the rank of secretary. Hallelujah, Miss Jane cried. Do not expect a Christmas bonus this year, Mr. Drysdale warned. I have never had a Christmas bonus, she replied. Well, do not expect one this year either. Now get the truck. Boy, what have you done to that truck? Looks like the boob has set it on fire, Jed said, looking at the smoke rising from the vehicle. Jethro, what did you do? I converted this rascal to steam, Jethro announced proudly. You are looking at the answer to air pollution by automobile. The Jethro Bourdain steam car. I have done perfected a clean engine. I am going back inside. I told you that for this clean engine jokes, Jed chuckled. Uncle Jethro. Honest John ain't going to be needing his money no more now that I whipped the smog problem. So I use it to mass-produce my steam car. Hold on, boy, Jed said. According to Mrs. Drysdale, only the president himself can handle a small problem. The President of the United States? That is right. He is the only one that can bring together the brains and the money. Well, here stands the whole kit and caboodle, Jethro said. I will hop on my steam car, drive to Washington, pull up in front of the White House, and give him the brains and the money, all in one package. Hold on, boy, Jed cautioned. What you got there is just a drop in the bucket. And it ain't likely enough money either. Talking about the money, Granny, Jethro said. Mr. Drysdale says the president's lot will need millions, even billions. I was thinking of giving him all my money. Okay, I will stop by the bank and get the rest of it. Well, Pop, if Jethro goes to Washington, I want to go too, Ellie Mae said. And they ain't going without me, Granny added. I was just coming to that, Jed said. I think it would be a fine trip for the whole family. I best go leave a note for the milkman. Tell him we is going to Washington. And since you have failed to make your final payment promptly, we are forced to repossess your automobile, Jed read aloud from a note. Sincerely, your friendly banker, Milburn Drysdale. Chief, you are telling your own brother you are repossessing his car? Well, that is a little cold, isn't it? Postscript, regards to Betty and the babies. Yes, who is it? Jed asked as someone knocked. It is me, Mr. Drysdale, the banker said. I fetched you back your sack of chicken feed. Oh, bless you, Jed said, feeling relieved. Quite happy to get it, ain't he? Mr. Drysdale noted. No chicken could be happier, Jed agreed. I studied on what you said about letting the president fight the smog, Jed continued. Wonderful, Mr. Drysdale beamed. The cashier tells me that, counting this, I got right at 95 million in your bank now. Jed remarked. Wonderful, Mr. Drysdale said. So we are going to take it to Washington and give it to the president, Jed announced. Mr. Clampett, you cannot give all your money to the president, Mr. Drysdale said, panic rising. Why not? Oh, because it. Miss Hathaway, tell them why not. Why not? Not that way, explain it, Mr. Drysdale urged. Mr. Clampett, it is your money. You may do with it as you wish, Miss Jane said. Who asked you to butt in? Mr. Drysdale snapped. You did, Miss Jane replied. Well, butt out, Mr. Drysdale said. Now, Mr. Clampett, this will take time. Government red tape, Internal Revenue, Secret Service, White House clearance. Now, I will work it out and call you. Well, I would appreciate it if you would hurry, because we would like to get started, Jed said. Right away, Mr. Drysdale promised. Oh, and you do not have to give us the 95 million in cash, Jed said. I reckon the president will take a chance. Well, I will discuss it with him. I will let you know. Miss Hathaway, you have got to help me. If they take their money out of my bank, I am ruined. Mr. Drysdale whispered. I have got nothing to live for. Oh, now, Chief, a suicide note that will stop them, Miss Jane suggested. Here, take this. Mr. Clampett, because you are withdrawing your money, my death is on your hands. Mr. Drysdale read aloud. Chief, no. Now, tie that up, pin it to your dress, and throw yourself out the window. Me? They love you. This will teach them a great lesson, Miss Jane said. Thanks, but no thanks, Mr. Drysdale said, handing back the note. I promise this is the last favor I will ever ask. Forget it. What? If you are too chicken to throw yourself out the window, I will do it, Mr. Drysdale said. All right, come over here. I cannot throw you out from there, Jed said, confused. What? What is all the honking for? Boy, Jed asked as Jethro pulled up. I done come up with an invention that beats steam, Jethro shouted. Yeah, I see the boiler is going, Jed said. Yes, sir. Notice how quiet she is? No noise, no smoke. No smoke? She runs on electricity, Jethro explained. Well, doggy, I am real proud of you, boy, Jed said. Bob, the president is calling you. All the way from Washington. That? She wanted to know if you are a politician. Tell her I am a farmer. Paleface, Manitoba. Tallahassee. She is very pleased. Tell her I am a doctor. Paleface, Squaw Zuni. Zuni. She is very impressed. I did not get no Tallahassee out of her. Tallahassee. Tallahassee. That is better. Saskatchewan. She has invited us to sit down. Well, maybe we better get down to business. Ask her if she will sell me the White House property. I will do that. Tell her if she does, I will do my best to shape her. What? Take her into the White House. Oh yes, yes. But, Jed, we ain't been tooken ourselves yet. Do not worry, dear friends. Before this day is over, I promise you we will be thoroughly shaped. What is Settenhoff doing in there? She is getting help from the spirits. Well, she ought to lay off. Sounds like she has had enough. Oh no. She is contacting the spirits of her ancestors who have gone to the happy hunting grounds. Asking their advice. I hope they advise you to sell me the White House. First. The sun hung low over the rolling hills of Beverly Hills, casting long, golden shadows across the sprawling lawn of the Clampett mansion. Jed Clampett, a man whose gentle nature and rugged appearance belied the immense fortune sitting in his bank account, stood on the porch with a look of quiet contemplation. By his side, his daughter Ellie Mae was busily tending to a small raccoon that had been assisting with the household chores while Granny, with her customary vigor, was preparing for the day ahead. Well, helping your Granny with the house cleaning, huh? Jed asked, his voice warm and steady as he watched Ellie Mae and her little helper. Oh yes, sir, pal. Elmer needs. Ellie Mae replied with a bright smile. Elmer? Oh, he scurries around inside the cabinet. Dustin. How is it going, Elmer? Jed asked, leaning down to take a closer look at the small raccoon. Well, a handy little critter, ain't he? Sure is, Ellie Mae agreed, patting the animal gently. That raccoon fur is better than feathers for picking up lint, Jed. Seems right proud to be happy, too. Elmer is a dandy little Dustin. Well, let us take our dusters outside and shake them, Jed suggested with a chuckle. Yes, okay. And then you can take yours upstairs and hand them to the dresser drawers in the closet, Ellie Mae added. As they moved toward the yard, Jethro, ever eager for a scheme, wandered over with a curious gleam in his eyes. Uncle Jed, old Honest John ain't never come back to pick up his $700,000. He is that way. Can I have it as an advance against my allowance? 50 cents a week. That will take a while to pay back, Jed said with a patient smile. I am young, Jethro replied, standing tall. You ain't that young, Jed noted with a twinkle in his eye. Besides, Honest John needs that money to help fight smog, Jethro insisted. You know, I would like to throw my brain into the fight against smog. It is a dandy cause. They say what it will take to whip it is brains and money, Jed mused. Well, if it fixed us, we got it made, ain't we? I reckon we got a leg up on us. Elmer and me will get busy upstairs. Fine, Ellie, Jed said. Oh, Jed. That reminds me, Granny interrupted, walking out onto the porch. Mr. Drysdale called and said he was coming by to pick up this money. How come? Jed asked, furrowing his brow. Well, he said folks had an order to keep $700,000 in cash around the house. He has got the hives from worrying about it. I am sorry about the hives, but I promised his money to Honest John to fight smog, Jed explained, his voice firm but kind. I am thinking about jumping into the fight against smog, too, Granny added, nodding her approval. Well, Mr. Drysdale said that this money belongs back in the vault at his bank. And he is coming by to pick it up, Granny continued. I do not think I can let him have it. Promise is a promise, Jed said simply. I am gonna fight smog, Granny. Well, I told Mr. Drysdale that you might not let him have it. But he says he is coming by to pick it up. So that is betwixt you and him. Granny, I am gonna fight smog, Jethro declared again. How? Well, I do not know, but Uncle Jed says it takes brains and money. Betwixt us, we is all set, Jed remarked. You got money, have you? No, I am supplying the brains. Sitting up here betwixt these sideburns is a real brute. The only brute you have sits here at the end of your gutter, Granny teased. I think we ought to encourage your boy, Granny. He does not know smog from applesauce. I do so, Jethro defended himself. I listen to the reports all the time. Why, today we is having light eye irritation. But that does not worry me, because I have dark eyes. That is a great partner you got there, Jed, Granny said with a sigh of affection. Meanwhile, at the bank, Mr. Drysdale was pacing back and forth, his nerves frayed by the thought of the large sum of cash sitting in the Clampett residence. All right, guard, he snapped. Go in there and get that money, and do not take no for an answer. You forced me to wear this uniform to save paying a guard, but it will not work, Miss Jane Hathaway said, looking uncomfortable in the stiff clothing. Mr. Clapper will recognize me. I thought of that, so just wear this disguise, Mr. Drysdale said, handing her a pair of glasses and a hat. Here we go. Looks great, he said, admiring the result. Now get the money. But suppose Mr. Clapper will not let me take it? Miss Jane asked nervously. Well, you have got a gun, Mr. Drysdale replied. Use it, he insisted. Oh geez, Miss Jane sighed. Oh, I do not need to shoot him. Just fire a couple of shots over his head to show him you mean business. I will not, Miss Jane stated firmly. If you want that money, go and get it yourself. A fine guard you are, Mr. Drysdale grumbled. Why, you are a disgrace to that uniform. Upon arriving at the Clampett estate, Mr. Drysdale marched up to the front door. Mr. Clampett, I thought I heard somebody, Jed said, opening the door. Oh, Mr. Clapper. This guard is here to pick up that $700,000, Mr. Drysdale announced, gesturing toward Miss Jane. I do not think I can let him have it, Jed said politely. Look, whatever you do, do not cross him, Mr. Drysdale whispered. His arm, he is a mad dog killer. Is that a fact? Jed asked, turning to Miss Jane. Are you a mad dog killer, Miss Jane? Of course not, Miss Jane replied, pulling off her disguise. Mr. Hathaway, what are you doing in that uniform? Oh God, Mr. Drysdale moaned. If this is your idea of a practical joke, I, for one, do not appreciate it, Jed said sternly. Or can I imagine Mr. Clampett is amused either, Miss Jane added. No, I do not see that she is punished, Mr. Clampett, Mr. Drysdale said, trying to regain control. And I think the proper punishment would be to make her carry out that heavy bag of money. Go get it. Now hold on, Jed said, stepping in. She ain't toting out that money. Well, if you want to forgive her so easily. But keep an eye on her, Mr. Drysdale muttered. Any woman who will dress up like that is watching. Howdy, Mr. Drysdale, Jethro said, walking into the room. Hey, get up. I need this money, Mr. Drysdale demanded. Uncle Jed does not want you to have it. So I am going to sit here until I think of a way to get rid of the smog, Jethro stated stubbornly. Jethro, that is a problem for a genius to solve, Mr. Drysdale said, trying a different tactic. Thank you. I am working on it, Jethro replied, looking proud. Why do not you go out to the kitchen and eat something? Mr. Drysdale suggested. Thought I would not eat until I figured out a way to whip the smog, Jethro replied. Well, go get a stick and hit it. You ain't being no help. Well, neither are you, Jethro pointed out. Get up. Not until I think of an idea. Jethro, get off the money, Mr. Drysdale commanded. Here is an armed guard. He will shoot you. Hey, mister, you look like your secretary, Miss Jane, Jethro said, looking at the guard. I am Miss Jane, she admitted. What are you doing wearing that outfit? It was dark when she dressed this morning, Mr. Drysdale interjected. Now get off the money. See, Mr. Clampett is not going to let you take this money. Okay, then Washington, of all places. We is here to see the president. We want to talk to him about the smog problem. We is gonna help him get rid of the stuff. What a coincidence. You just appointed me chairman of a very special committee for that purpose. I am ready to give him my money if I just knew how. Another coincidence. Just happens to be the function of my committee. Are you lying? I try to do my humble bit. Shall I make out the check to the president? As a matter of fact, the check should be made payable to my committee. What is that? Citizens Against Smog Horror. That is quite a lot to write. Just use the initials. Fine. Citizens Against Smog Horror. Now, shall I make it for the whole 95 million? No. That might be a bit hard to handle. What do you mean? Well, you see, other public-spirited citizens not as wealthy as you might be embarrassed and not contribute at all. Oh well, we do not want that to happen. I am glad you understand. Give him $5, Jed. Lots of folks got that much. On the other hand, let us not go too far the other way. A little friendly embarrassment never hurt anybody. How about starting with $1 million? Excellent. Just the right amount to get the ball rolling. That is 1, not, not. Boy has got a great head for ciphers. Ain't he? He is a real knothead. Well, there you are, Mr. Honest John. I hope that primes the pump. Beautiful. The president will be delighted. Are you going to show it to him? At our afternoon meeting. What time is that again, my good man? 3 o'clock. That will be on time. I am a busy man. You must know the president pretty good. Pals, buddies. Well, why do not you take us to the meeting with you? We would like to say howdy to him. And he would like to say hi-dee to you. Oh golly. However, the Secret Service requires security clearance. Will that take long? Do you happen to have birth certificates, color photographs, passports, and a complete set of fingerprints with you? Why no, we ain't. Well, I am afraid it will take a while. Meantime, I will put you up at a nice, comfortable hotel. Yeah. Taxi. These are dainty fine accommodations, Mr. Honest John. Well, thank you, Mr. Clampett. Here, let me show you something. Here you have a magnificent view over the entire city of Washington. Well, is not that pretty? Granny, believe me, Mr. Honest John is fixing us up real nice here. Eh? Well, it is all right, but it ain't like staying at the White House. Sure ain't. They got a kitchen over there where a fella can get a snack when he is hungry. Ain't we gonna get to stay at the White House at all? Ellie Mae, do not pay no attention to him, Mr. Honest John. He is acting awful pushy. Not at all. As soon as I have straightened out the matter of security clearance, I am sure the president and his wife will issue you a formal invitation. Oh boy. Well, you tell them that they ain't taking in a family of freeloaders. We will pitch in and help with the housework and the chores. I will make that matter crystal clear to him. We are glad of life to you. Glad to do it. See you later, friends. Shifty. Baby, how did it go? Like $1 million. And here it is. $1 million. Beautiful. I can have us packed in 5 minutes. Wait a minute. Where are we going? Mexico, Venezuela, you name it. Flo, there are 94 more where this came from. Now, do not get greedy. Let us take our $1 million and play it safe. Baby, this is a chance of a lifetime. Think big. I am thinking big. We could get 20 years apiece. Max, I got those hillbillies in the palm of my hand. They are grapes waiting to be picked. How? Well, I got $1 million for Smog. I will get $1 million for something else. How? I will think of something. I will sell them the White House. How? You sound like an Indian. That is it. You are going to be an Indian. What? It is beautiful. They will love it. You are the last of the Columbia Indian. And that, dear friends, is why the president is embarrassed to invite you to the White House. You mean he do not even own the house he lives in? Not so much as a stick of furniture belongs to him. That is terrible. No wonder he cannot ask us to stay. I would feel the same way in somebody else's house. Who owns it? The White House stands on Indian ground. No. Yes, this entire area was once occupied by the Columbia Indians. That is why, to this day, it is called the District of Columbia. Well, cannot the government buy it from the Indians? There is only one surviving member of the Columbia tribe, and she refuses to sell. She? Yes, the ancient and noble Princess Sitting Hawk. What noble mean? proud and defiant woman. Not all the pale-faced pony soldiers can drive her from the land she feels is rightfully hers. Why will not she sell? Sitting Hawk does not trust politicians. She says they speak with forked tongue. Well, cannot the president get her to sell the White House to him? I have been chief executive since Lincoln has tried. Lincoln, how old is she? Well, no one knows for sure, but at least 150. Indians does live a long time. She would not even sell to Lincoln? Well, she likes certain things about him. The fact that he was tall, a simple man, humble, honest. I would say that Lincoln and Teddy Roosevelt have come closest to impressing Princess Sitting Hawk. She favored Teddy, did she? Well, he was a rugged outdoor man. She admired that. She liked his mustache. She called him chief hair on the lip. Them two was the only ones that come close. Huh? Yes, if there only existed a man who combined the qualities of both. Tall, simple, humble, honest, a rugged outdoor man with a mustache. You are describing Jed? One who had never been involved in politics. That is Jed. Who? Jed Clampett. He is sitting right here. Now, Granny. By charge, I think she has got it. Shucks, no. Did you hear that? Shucks, no. Says everything. He is simple, he is humble, he is honest. He is tall, and he has got hair on the lip. He is our man. Forget it. I cannot handle nothing as important as this. Mr. Clampett, when Andrew Jackson, Old Hickory, was asked to fight the Battle of New Orleans, do you know what he said? Forget it. I cannot handle nothing as important as this. Is that a fact? But he won, and you will win. History has chosen you, and you cannot refuse. Do it, Jed. Then we are sure to get an invite to the White House. Well, I ain't gonna do it just for that. Then you will do it? Well, at least the president is mine. Least I can do is try. Spoken like a true patriot. I will take you to Princess Sitting Hawk and act as your interpreter. You talk Indian? I learned as a child. The tongue of the Columbia Indians was the second language in our home. How come? Well, many moons ago, my family befriended the tribe. When all other pale faces were against them, the Indians knew they could always find refuge in the home of a shaper. It was nice of your folks to take them in. Our name has become part of the Indian language, synonymous with hospitality. To this very day, to be taken in is to be shapered. Look, Jed, I think I see her. Is that her, Ernest John? Yep. There she sits in front of her lonely teepee. The last of the noble Columbia Indians, the ancient and venerable Princess Sitting Hawk. Does she sit there all the time? Day and night? Winter and summer? Rain or shine? She keeps silent vigil over home. You think they would let her stay in a White House? It is on her land. On the contrary. Why, they have cannons to keep her out. Well, if that do not beat all. Cannons to keep out a poor old 150-year-old Indian woman? You cannot hardly blame her for feeling spiteful. Is that why she wears all that war paint? Would not you if somebody pointed cannons at you? Now, you have sympathy and understanding for her cause. She is gonna like you. I feel it. Can we go talk to her now? I will ask her. She has agreed to a powwow. Chattanooga. Choo-choo. Paleface Cayuga. What did you say? I told her you were very friendly. Good. Paleface Sequoia. She says you are tall. She likes that. Paleface Anderosa. She likes your mustache. Paleface Tippecanoe. Shoshone too. She says you are a combination of Lincoln and Roseland. That is right, Cayuga of her. Paleface Potawatomi. No, Potawatomi. What was money to you? Well, I am glad you asked me that. I want to make this point very clear. What is the point I want to make very clear? Leave your money in the bank. The Commerce Bank of Beverly Hills, where it will draw maximum interest, a compounded semi-annual. In the care of your wise and friendly banker, Melvin Drysdale. Well, naturally, we will do whatever you say, Mr. President. But the family is going to be awful disappointed. We was hoping to get away to Washington. Oh no, do not try to get away. You will stay right there and do what the nice man in the white coat tells you. Goodbye. Goodbye. What did he say, Jan? He said he do not want us to come to Washington right now. Well, what are we supposed to do, pal? He says he is going to send a man in a white coat to tell us. Jethro, I just talked to the president, and we will not be driving to Washington in your electric car. Just as well, Uncle Jethro. I never found an extension cord long enough to get us there. Mr. Little, that was a magnificent performance. Thank you. Well, your impersonation of the president was absolutely incredible. Thank you. I hope to see you again sometime. Take good care of yourself. Mr. Drysdale, are not you forgetting something? Oh, what is that? My fee. Oh, yes, yes. How much is it? Well, ordinarily, I receive $7,500 for a performance. However, in this case, I will cut it in half. How is $3,750? $3,750 it is. 20, 40. Now, you owe me $2.50. No, that is $3,750. A 5-minute is work. The president does not get that much, and he is the real thing. Excuse me, Chief. These foreclosures are red. Are not you Rich Little, the impressionist? Yes, I am. Oh, Mr. Little, I just love your impression of John Wayne. Huh? Well, thank you very much, ma am. Now, let me say that if we had girls like you out on the trail, I never would have given my horse a second look. Oh, that is marvelous. Thank you. Hey, and your Ed Sullivan is an absolute classic. Oh, Ed Sullivan? Wonderful. Would you do me a favor there, young sir? Would you come on our show next Sunday night and bring your stuffed giraffe? Yes. I would love to have you. What else are you going to have on the show? A World War I with the original cast. In living color with a surprise ending. Oh, is not he fabulous? He certainly is. It has been a real pleasure. Wait a minute. You are forgetting something again. Oh yes, you will see. What are you charging her for Wayne and Sullivan? Oh, nothing. I will accept the same arrangement. Watch this. Do not leave no milk for a spell. We is going to Washington, Granny. Yeah? Well, you are going to Washington. We is? That is what the message says. Have a good trip. Hey, Uncle Jeff, we is going to Washington. We just got the message. What did you say, boy? We is going to Washington. The fellow in the white coat just brought the message from the president. Well, where is he? Yonder he goes. Ain't that the milkman? Being a milkman is what you call a cover. Cover? He is really a secret agent for the government. Is he not? Yeah. I learned all that stuff when I was a double-knot spy. Well, I reckon we best get packing. Should I convert my electric car back to steam? No, I think we better fly. When the president sends for you, you do not want to keep him waiting. Well, if he comes in, will you please ask him to call his office immediately? It is an emergency. Thank you. How do you like it, Miss Holloway? Chief, where have you been? Shopping. Any messages? Oh, just one, but it is a beauty. The Clappers are leaving for Washington. What? They are determined to give their $95 million to the president. We have got to stop them. Get Rich Little back. You are kidding. Huh? Here is a signed check. He can make it out for any amount he likes. I will get up to the Clappers and delay them until he calls. I made it. They are still here. Clarence. Granny. Ellie Mae. Jethro. There is everybody. Oh, hello, Bessie. Is that for me? How are you? Dear Mr. Drysdale, please feed the critters till we get back. Enjoying your flight? Yes, ma am. Thank you. We is going to Washington to see the president. We is going to give him $95 million. Oh boy, you know the president? Talked to him this morning. I am fetching him a baby possum. And I am taking him a jar of pickled pawpaws and some hand-slung chitlins. We was going in my electric car, but I could not find no 3,000-mile extension cord. That is very interesting. Young lady, how high would you say we are flying? A lot higher than the plane. Weeknights on Hallmark. Watch great stories. I am an angel. And witness the miracles. Touched by an angel. Weeknights at 8 on the Hallmark Channel. Maxine's job is to keep families together. In just a few minutes, you will be one big happy family. Including her own. Mom, you have to stop. Stop what? I know you mean well, but you really have to let me grow up. I thought I did that already. Amy Brenneman and Time Daily in Judging Amy. Monday at 9 on Hallmark Channel. The Beverly Hillbilly I got the wind. Everybody. We are flying over a right pretty town. That there is Washington, District of Columbia. Anybody see the White House? Appears to be lots of white houses down there. Would you fasten your seatbelts, please? Yes, ma'am. We will be landing in a few minutes. You gonna feed us again before we land? I am afraid there is not time. You done had 4 meals and 3 snacks. Why, it makes me hungry. But we is landing now. Landing makes me hungry, too. We go straight to the White House, Paul? I think so, Ellie. The quicker we give our money to the president, the quicker he can commence fighting smog. Sure, I will wheeze him down for supper. I am starving. Jed, if that boy takes his meals at the White House, the president his wife will never get out of the kitchen. I can help with the cooking. No, Ellie, I will do that. You make the beds and do the dusting. And Jethro, you can mow the White House lawn and rake the leaves. Let Ellie do that. The president needs me for my brain. Opu. I will likely be in the East Room or someplace sitting on his cabinet. You keep your feet off the president is furniture. Looks like we made it. The climate is on here. See you at the hotel. Shifty, what if they do not show up? They will be here any minute. I checked their flight. How are you going to get past the guard? I will handle it. It is important for the Clampetts to see me coming out of the White House. Okay, good luck, honey. Yeah. Jaffa, Federal Bureau of Investigation. Hold it. What is it? What? The president is waiting. What is it? I need to see your identification. You do not recognize me? Nope. Good. I told you, Edgar, this was a perfect disguise. See you later. Hold it. Look, you are delaying high-level meetings. Now, what do you want? I want to see your pass. My pass? Of course. My pass, but how do you know? I must have left it on the president's desk. I will go get it. Hold it. Now, what is it? I cannot let you in without a pass. Is that your final word? It is. Excellent. You have passed the test with flying colors. Congratulations. Now, let me see. Now you are guard number 16. Escape gets a 1 rating. The president will be pleased. Now, do not be surprised if there is a little something extra in your stocking at Christmas. Hold it. Now look, you have proven your efficiency, my good man. Do not press your luck. I may drop you to a B+. Just candy canes and bubble gum in your stocking. Beat it. Beat it? Cavill, 1 word from me and you will be guarding a government igloo in Iceland. I am going to count to 3. If you are not gone, never mind. I think my pigeons have just flown in from the West Coast. Danny, big house the president is got. Nice big yard, too. Lots of room for critters. Reckon he has got a garden and chickens? Likely, I would bet. Well, here is all our stuff. Here you are, Mr. Taxi Driver. Thank you. Now, tell me, what time is the next public tour of the White House? 3 o'clock. Yeah, remember that. I am going to ask questions later. Tell the president I will be there. Mr. Schaefer. Honest, John. Well, bless my soul if it is not the Clampetts. What brings you to